I don't need to upgrade my plan.
There we go.
Yeah.
There we go.
There it goes. There it goes. There it goes.
Huzzah.
All right. Yay.
Good evening, folks, and welcome to the Horror Corner.
Hey, horror fans. Once again, it is the Horror Miser Money Theater.
Hey, everybody out there in YouTube land. This is Jen, and Velvet's with me.
Hey guys, welcome to the Trash Picture Show.
Grab some popcorn and take your seat at Trivial Theater.
Remember that horror rules. Ha 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 ha. Yes, horror does rule. Once again, everyone, I am the Horror Miser Monty G. Welcome again to the Horror Hangout live stream. And this time, because it's summer, it's going to be a summer of horror. And of course, we have our usual guest here. First of all, to my right is our faithful leader, Sean Patrick Urshan from the Horror Corner.
Woohoo!
Down below me, my two favorite people, Jen and Velvet from
Wait,
Jen's
that way.
Reviews.
I'm going to camp!
She's going to camp. I'm dying of heat exhaustion.
Yeah. And of course, my favorite animated girlfriend is Trip from Trivia Theater.
Yeah.
Congratulations on you two making the relationship public.
Wait, what was that for?
Yeah.
You slut, Triv! You said I was the only one!
Hey, you know what? I like to get around, baby.
It is the summer of
I
Trip.
only had the
Or
sweatshirt.
Hangouts is just turning into a weird polycule now.
You don't see an issue with that.
Yeah, fair enough.
I'm like the wind, baby.
Hell yeah.
And by the way, I'm working up my memoirs up to 1999. Okay, all right. Good way to go, Anthony.
Cool.
Anthony. So this is going to be a very good, hot and great stream here. We're going to talk about great horror films that take place during the summer. And let's get started. Sean, what is, because I actually have a list of summer horror films. Do you actually have a list, or are you just going to think something off the top of your head?
Yeah, I have a list. Yeah.
Right.
Well, let's see.
Hey, James.
My favorite summer camp slasher.
Of course, Friday the 13th.
The original.
The original.
Yeah, absolutely love this movie. I know it's low on a lot of people's lists, but I think it's fantastic atmosphere, and yeah, I love a good whodunit type of slasher when it comes to slasher movies. And the ending reveal is one of my favorites of all time. It has probably my favorite jump scare of all time in the Crystal Lake when Jason comes out of the water. I think that's amazing. Yeah, I love this movie. It's fantastic for me.
Yeah, it's fascinating because when I first heard of Friday the 13th, it was Fangoria magazine, and at the time, I did not let my cousin know what was going to happen at that particular scene. So when that scene happened, he jumped, and I laughed.
Guys, not to rain on everyone's parade, but this is a good place to have it. Is Friday the 13th, because we were just talking before we went live, overhypedness. And is this Friday the 13th? I know you love it, Sean, but there are some people, who, especially younger horror fans, I'm looking at you, that, the little whippersnapper,
Okay.
who, do you find that the younger generation goes, that's old people's horror?
No, I think it's more so just the fact of the original Friday the 13th very much have out of say the more conventional classic slashers of that Halloween and say Black Christmas. Friday the 13th I think has showed its age the most out of those three, probably due to the lack of being the smallest budgeted one, and it's a decent start. It has some good moments. Its cast are some of the most uninteresting and unlikable assholes in horror, and that just really doesn't work for me in a slasher movie. I need characters I can get invested in, and they're all either annoying assholes or boring and forgettable. Besides maybe our lead, maybe, but even then she's kind of forgettable.
What about the boy? The boy.
Pamela is the best part of the movie. I will
You don't
admit
like-
Pamela is the best. Pamela is the best part of the movie.
You
You
mean
don't you don't like the jokester guy running around in the chief hat go, yeah.
Nah, no, that fucker's more. That fucker's
I
more
told
annoying
you
than
to sit
fucking
on it,
Shelley from
Tonto.
Part 3. I'll take that. I'll take Shelley from Part 3 over that guy. I find Friday the 13th originals cast so unbearably annoying or boring.
Yeah, that is an amazing fact when you have, just like when some people will say to me that The Exorcist was overhyped, and for me
Mhm.
that's one of the best horror films because I actually went to theaters and saw
Grew
it
up
and it
with
came
it,
out at my time. So it doesn't surprise me when a person such as yourself, Evan, that was obviously did not see it when it first came out. So when you actually see it, you already seen a whole bunch of slasher films
Mhm.
prior to finally seeing the original Friday the 13th.
Yeah, probably.
Mm.
I wasn't singling you out.
Hmm. No, I,
I would say too that at least I came on Friday the 13th a little later than I probably should have. It's kind of the story of my life, but I feel like it took me a couple of movies to like. You expect like big, not to say the first one is big. It does some amazing kills, but
Yeah.
in order to get to your chief baddie, it does take 3 or so
The
movies to
long
be
way.
able to get to that, which
Yeah, we
isn't
don't
bad.
get-
Like
yeah.
you get that investment, but it's not going to be the first. It's not going to be as if you're looking for a one-off, that's not going to be as much of a one-off as something like Freddy.
Yeah, absolutely. It is. I like the idea of like Jason evolving the design over the course of the movies, but also I can totally see it. I've heard younger horror audiences, especially back like with when the remake was coming out and stuff, of like where's Hockey Mask Man? We don't care about this old lady, and we don't care about this hillbilly in a sack. Want the hockey mask, you know.
Damn kids don't know their history. It's a damn shame.
I like the idea of him of his look evolving over the course of the movies. That's one of the things I think the original Friday the 13th series doesn't get enough credit for, is actually like Jason actively evolves and changes over the course of those movies from a design way, as opposed to Myers, who's the mask changes slightly, but that's not like a story thing for the most part. That just they couldn't get a consistent look for that fucking thing.
Yeah.
It
Whereas
aged
Jason's
with
very-
Shatner's face.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Whereas with Jason, it's a very purposeful thing. Of they remember the continuity of the franchise, and they keep little things, little nicks and bruises here or there from previous movies to acknowledge, hey, those things did still happen. Which is one thing I do like about Friday the 13th that doesn't get enough credit for. But it can be kind of hard to get into when you're just like, oh, it's some random old lady who was not introduced in this movie whatsoever. Shocking. I love Betsy Palmer, but it's not that great of a mystery when the character wasn't introduced until she starts killing people.
What are you doing here?
I tell you, that sweater, iconic.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying
Oh yes, definitely iconic sweater. Yes.
Blue never looked so good.
For sure.
Get her, mommy! Get her, mommy! that always cracks me up when I'm sitting here watch this, and she's just literally, as you can see, she's just off her mind, and she just talking like, "Get her, mommy! Kill her, mommy! She can't get away!" I'm cracking up laughing because I mean, you got to give Betsy Palmer credit because she was known for the theater, and for her to actually come and do this for Sean Cunningham and do that for
And
so
her
you got-
car.
For a car.
And the car.
yeah. Yeah, so the fact she went and did that, you got to give her credit because she didn't have to do it. I mean, but she went on ahead and
No.
did it.
Yeah. Yeah. And she's
You know.
incredible in it. She gives over. She's definitely the best performance.
Oh yeah, he's by far. She's one of the best,
Oh, yeah.
best performers of the movie.
Better
mean,
than
you-
Kevin
no
Bacon?
question about
You're
it.
not a fan of Kevin Bacon?
No.
I mean,
Better
Bacon's
than Kevin
fine,
Bacon.
but the most notable
Yeah,
thing about
you
that
can't
character is
kill.
they're Kevin Bacon. Yeah, the most notable thing about that character is his death and that he's Kevin Bacon. Maybe another thing that character does in the entire
I mean, he
movie.
looks good in his tidy whities.
This is true.
Yeah. And the blood coming out of his chest.
Yeah,
I thought it was
Who
throat.
doesn't want to spear him?
yeah, it's his throat.
It was dope.
Well, you know,
Actually,
fuck off.
I'll say one thing I think it doesn't get credit for. It has some pretty good suspense. Like, and I know it's known for the kills and the gore and stuff, but the suspense leading up to the kills, I think, is well done in several
Yeah,
scenes. Like
actually, yeah, I
Very-
agree with that.
when the girl's in the bathroom at the sink, and you kind of see a little silhouette of somebody moving the curtain behind, and then. And yeah, I love the music. The score is amazing, of course.
And,
And the one girl who hears the voice outside, help me, and it's pouring rain, dark outside, and she.
we don't get to see her death. That's a shame.
Yeah, we don't.
I know that is a shame.
James asked an interesting question. Does the Texas Chainsaw Massacre count as a summer movie because it takes place in the blistering heat, at least?
Absolutely.
It's
Absolutely.
vacation. I was gonna save that one for my vacation.
That's what I say
in
that
my
for, yeah.
opinion, yeah.
You
Yeah,
still
it's
can.
both summer and vacation, in my opinion, definitely.
Now, James, I'm assuming you're actually talking about the original one and not
I mean, both of them kind of, I would say. Even some of the other ones, like Netflix Saw and even 3D, all kind of have that same feel.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, they do.
I mean, number
2
two
and 3
features
feel
quite
way
a bit
more
of
much like fall movies, though.
And number
ahead,
two,
Drew, sorry.
number t- no, that's all right. Number 2 has a shit ton of barbecue, so that kind of automatically makes it a summer movie.
True,
Yeah.
true.
He said you haven't seen the first two.
Fair.
Oh, you got to see the remake and the prequel to the remake. Those are actually the two best two, in my opinion, for the
Gotta
Texas
see
Chainsaw
all of
Massacre.
them. You gotta see all of them except for the Netflix one.
Yeah.
Not the third Leatherface, but
Leatherface 2016.
He's actually also I would count as summer, wouldn't you? Because it
Oh
has
yeah,
a summer
absolutely.
vibe.
It has that kind of feel to it. Which the franchise does. Like the only one that I would argue maybe for is like 3 has kind of more of a early fall feel to me. But
Yeah.
yeah.
All right, Trip, you're next.
For camp horror, I'm gonna say Fear Street, 1978.
Damn it!
Pick mine. You must have looked at my list.
No, and I mean, you guys can talk about it too. I love this series, but that one
Yes.
stands out as just it takes all of those great things that the 70s and 80s camp slashers did, and it just kind of pulls them all together. It pays homage, but it doesn't like pull too much in any one direction.
Mm-hmm.
I really appreciate what it was done and how it was written. So, plus the kills were good.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
it definitely
Oh,
got
yeah,
some
great
good kills
movie.
in there.
And
Yeah,
I'd say that you don't necessarily know, it's going to be one of two people that is ultimately going to survive, but you don't necessarily know which one until a
Yeah.
little bit later, which I
Mhm.
appreciate it.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
no, it's interesting. It's actually like I like it. I love the whole trilogy. I've gone on record many times in saying they're my favorite modern day slasher movies. But like honestly, 78's my least favorite of the three of them, which I always find interesting since everyone else that's usually their favorite of the trilogy. And I really like 70. I think it's a great example of a summer camp slasher movie and a great modernization
Yeah.
of the genre. But it's just for something about it just doesn't capture the same amount of like magic that the first part has, or the really great blending of genres that part 3 has for me. But I still really fucking love part 2.
I mean,
a lot.
It lacks a sandwich cutter kill, which
Yeah.
is to its detriment. There's no doubt.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah, because I really did enjoy because after seeing the first one, because unfortunately I was too grown to read the Fear Street and Goosebump books when they first came out, so I was too grown to read it. But I really did enjoy what they did with all the Fear Street trilogies. I understand I think they're making another one.
Yes, they
Yes.
are.
Yeah, they make another one, so that's pretty good. I love the two characters. I loved all the kills. I actually love the premise of the killers in the particular film. It's like, wait a minute, they can't
Absolutely.
die. Yeah, they can't die. So I thought it was very fascinating, and I like how they eventually ties what happened in the beginning of the first film, and then eventually will tie up until the eventual sequel when they go back to the past. So I thought they did a fantastic job. Yeah, it's sort of like when you have a great trilogy. 1978 is a great middle part of the trilogy.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I would agree.
for sure. Very much so.
The whole trilogy.
The whole trilogy is super underappreciated. I wish more people gave it the credit it deserves.
I wish, yeah, like you said, I wish this one especially, and I think wish it was like people would think of this for Friday the 13th. The one is because it's a really great. It's taking nods to all the ones that.
But
came
it
before.
still has. It doesn't
It's its
have.
own
It
thing.
doesn't have the problem of a lot of other modern slasher movies that are setting up the summer camp genre of feeling like they're just reusing and regurgitating the same stuff we saw from the 1980s done a little bit better. It still has a distinct identity all of its own and still feels modern, but like a really excellent send up and throwback to those kind of films.
All right, Jen Velvet.
You want to go first or me?
I mean, I was going to talk about Fear Street, so I'll go with my backup one now. Of my other choice for probably the best summer camp slasher movie. Fuck you. It's Sleepaway Camp. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Of course, I'm going to bring up
Excellent
Sleepaway
choice.
Camp. I think the original Sleepaway Camp is an absolute masterpiece and a great example of a movie that fumbles into being ingenious, brilliantly written. It was not intended to be nearly as great social commentary and exploration as it was intended to. That was nowhere near the plan, but it fumbles its way just in the right way to end up being really great and holding up incredibly well. It's a movie that could have very easily been incredibly dated and looked back on very poorly or held with a lot of criticism, but it doesn't. I find it so fascinating that for the most part, the people who love and celebrate Sleepaway Camp the most is the trans community, because Angela is never, she's the villain / killer for the
But
movie.
she's sympathetic.
But she's never treated as anything, because everyone at this fucking camp that she kills had it coming. They're all assholes. They all fucking deserve it.
As I love to people, we open the movie with a fucking files.
Yeah.
Where I come from, they're called bodies.
Everyone at that camp deserved to fucking die for the most part.
Especially Judy or whatever.
Judy.
Fuck Judy. That's something I think makes the original Sleepaway Camp stand out so much from a lot of its fare. Sure, you feel sort of sympathy for Pamela Voorhees of losing her child and stuff, but that's to a point. The movie's never on her side. Sleepaway Camp kind of comes off like it's actually on Angela's side, and I like that about the movie. I really like that. Plus, Felicia Rose does a really good performance for a kid actor. I don't think she's iconic and beloved, but I don't think she gets enough credit for how good of a kid actor she was. Her first role, she does really
definitely.
awkward, socially weird kid incredibly fucking well.
And she has to. She hardly has any lines in the movie. She has to emote.
It's
with
all through her eyes
emotions.
and her face.
Yes.
She's
I know,
good at it.
She does,
Yep.
and I think that's a good point to bring up because she didn't add and stuff. And fucking Meg, also fuck Judy, but also fucking Meg. N-E-G.
Name is
I mean,
Meg.
bitch, I know how to spell.
N-E-G.
Fuck you.
Everybody deserved to die at that fucking camp. They were
Ricky
all
lives. So
What you
I'm
doing messing around with that old man?
Yeah,
Mel.
like the only
She
one who
gets
like
all
maybe's
saying,
okay.
"I got a
with
date
Kitty
tonight."
she kills at the very end, but even then, probably he deserved it. You know,
He takes
okay.
and gives her to the pedophile, but he don't know he's a pedophile.
I guess, but still, from her perspective, I can understand why she decided to kill him.
She's a boy. When he lives.
So yeah, that's true. He also, but yeah, no, I find it such a fascinating movie to study and really look at, of like how well it holds up. Like, it's a lot more rough around the edges than say sort of your more polished slashers at the time, but I would argue it holds up a lot better than a lot of your more polished and more talked about slasher movies, because it really, really works well in a modern context.
It really does, and also getting
It's
to the
very,
actual
very 80s, though.
It's very 80s,
Oh yes.
it's
Dudes in
dated,
the
but in a
half
very
shirts and
it's dated, but in a really good
Socks
way,
up
in
to
my
their
opinion.
knees.
Yeah,
and it also embodies the summer camp element. I mean, that scene, and depending on the cut version or the uncut version, you see the snake coming out of the thing, and that's just when I think of summertime. That's kind of an image I think of, is like that with the snake. It's cool. It's cool looking, and it's great. And like you said, it's a very special film for how old it is. It still holds up.
I also think another thing that really sets it apart from most of the other like summer camp movies, it actually involves like
Kids.
children at a summer camp, as opposed to most of them
Right.
where we're following a bunch of like counselors in their 20s.
Yeah.
I think that really makes it a lot more unique too, is it actually does follow children going to summer camp, which I really like.
Yeah. It's a really fun movie, and it's one that, like, I think people undersell it because they think we're just talking about the penis scene.
Yeah, we're just
That's-
talking about the ending.
She's
for
a
lot of
boy,
people.
but people
Her literal ending.
Mhm.
Where- Whereas the rest of the movie still holds up incredibly well around just the ending. Like the ending's what everyone remembers it for, but the rest of the movie's really great too.
There really is. And does anyone not believe that that Judy got the fucking iron,
The curling iron?
iron up her vag? I mean, we hear that sizzling sound. That's what happened, right? That's always the canon in my head.
That Felicia Rose says so.
That's my canon. And also, not just the ending, but the beginning when we have whatchamadood's father,
Oh yeah.
James Earl Jones's dad, who plays the shelf, and he's got a little bit of devil in him. You know, the pedophile. They're trying to make the pedophiles charming.
It's so weird.
And he's like, back there, we call them baldies. He's like, but they're too young to even know what you're thinking about. You're trying to make this charming people.
I know, right?
It's really fucking weird. Not everything in the movie holds up, right? Let's say, but most of it holds up really well.
Yeah.
It's a weird that my head goes to that giant pot, like the size of that pot.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
It's so comedically large.
Well, I
That's
mean,
like-
you gotta push him in.
Mm-hmm.
True.
I was like, ooh,
Pretty
that
disturbing too in that scene where the guy actually goes after her, you know.
Yeah.
I know, yeah. I
It's
was like,
getting
ooh.
crazy now.
Mm-hmm.
And it also talks. We don't see homosexuality, and then the flashback with the two dads. That was pretty.
And
pretty
it's not really like they get killed, but it's not really treated like they died because they were gay, like some movies of the time kind of portrayed stuff. It just was like they were a gay couple who got killed in a boating accident.
but it was pretty spicy for
Yeah.
the time.
The
Oh, yeah.
movie fumbled. The movie none of its social commentary and political elements were intentional, but the movie fumbled its way into making really interesting and cool social commentary that holds up pretty well for the modern era.
Yeah, it really does. I have a couple of summer camp movies.
Of course you do.
One of them is being a very cliche bitch, and one of them is going to surprise all you guys that I watched just for this stream. But I'll start with the standard cliche first. Fuck your woke agenda. Sleepaway Camp is not a summer camp movie. It's a fucking. They were woke back in the 80s, bro. The true summer camp. This true summer camp movie of the thing is Sleepaway Camp 2.
Oh,
And
son of a.
blind people.
Oh wow.
Shut up! I'm tired of the hate for Sleepaway Camp 2. I know you're there's what I say with respect, but no, quiet. Everyone, give me my say. Sleepaway Camp 2 is awesome. Let's just start with the song. Oh, I'm a happy camper. The summer sun. I love the trees and forest. I'm always having fun. I mean, that tune will get stuck in your head.
I love it.
Sparky
Oh,
was
man.
right that the original Sleepaway Camp does involve kids. I do because I grew up in a time, I think we all did, that grew up in a time where we saw teenagers being played by 20 to 30 something year olds. And there's something charming about that at this is Sleepaway Camp. And also
Yeah, you had
one
to.
of the and we have one of the greatest kills. It is the outhouse scene, guys. Oh my
I knew you were
god.
going to say that one.
She gets killed by a shitter, and she's stuffing the camp whore into the shitter because she's a shitty friend, and she has a shitty life, and she's shitty to everybody. And then she comes up with leeches and shit. It's just awesome. Nothing says camp like an outhouse. Am I right, people?
That's true.
Jen, I was just gonna say I think the Salute Your Shorts theme is a little bit more catchy than that one, but it's a close second.
They should have called it Return of the 20-Year-Old Campers. So like had to have an actual kids in the
Oh man, yeah.
I actually really love I have a massive respect for the original Sleepaway Camp, but I have a real soft spot for a Sleepaway Camp too. I always have.
It's the one you saw first, right?
It's the one I saw first because I lived in a small town, and for whatever reason, they never had the original Sleepaway Camp in the video store. And I stayed away from 2 because I thought that cover looks cool, and when the covers look cool, it usually means the movie was shit. And I finally had rented everything in the horror section, and so I was desperate, and I watched it, and I actually really like it. It's over the top and campy. We even start out at a campfire retelling the story from the previous movie.
Which is a
It's
great
cute
opening.
and clever.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
great opening.
And then you got, and I actually have to give, not to cut you off, Val, but I really have to
Go
give
ahead.
Pamela Springsteen credit for how
Yeah,
well she
yeah,
plays,
that's what I
well
was
she
gonna say,
plays Angela.
Yeah.
No, I like Pamela. I understand why like Felicia's like the iconic face of it, but Pamela does not get enough credit because both of them were in the same amount of sleepaway camp movies. Both of them were in the same amount of good sleepaway camp movies.
Yeah.
But yeah, like that's the thing. I think Pamela doesn't get enough credit for how really how I do prefer Felicia's version of the character at least because we kind of with Pamela, especially with 3, but even with 2 a little bit, we kind of stray away from what I think made Angela so interesting. I do like that we talk about like she went after the events of the first movie, she went and had therapy and is like mostly well rounded as far as society knows.
Mm-hmm.
She's okay with it.
I like that element of her. I wish we would have done a little bit more with that kind of stuff,
Yeah.
but I wish she got as much recognition as Felicia does. Not discrediting Felicia at all, but I wish she did get a little bit more credit for being like the face. She until Return, she was in more movies than even Felicia was. So
She's happy. She's like Angela, who's finally in a happy place, and all these fuckers and these fucking whores are just coming up and fucking with her picture perfect thing. And then these little fuckers taking pictures of nudies of all the girls' boobies in the thing. It's cool. And also the kills. I mean, it's schlocky and over the top and definitely 80s cheese, but the kills are very cute. I like the kills.
Original Sleepaway Camp, I think holds up as more than just a summer camp slasher movie. This one is pretty much just a really good summer camp slasher movie. Like it's fun. It's a really good time. I wish we would have gone in a slightly different direction, but I understand why we didn't. And it's for what it is, it's really fun.
It really is. Speaking of really fun, because I don't want to take up everybody's time, I do have one other movie that's going to shock a lot of you people. But guys, if it's under your radar, it's really fun. It's a movie called Bloody Bloody Bible
God
Camp.
damn it.
Oh, you've seen
What?
it, huh?
Of course I've seen Bloody Bloody Bible Camp.
Now, to be fair, like religious nutcases always scare me. So when I saw this
Yeah.
title, I had to like see this. Ron Jeremy plays Jesus, people.
Yeah, he does.
Ron Jeremy plays Jesus.
Oh no!
If you love your 80s cheese, and it's just an homage, a send up to all the slashers.
Yeah, it's like mid 2000s, I want to say.
Early, and it's in the Nun. They have a previous. It's very much Friday the 13th, where all these campers got killed, right? And like all the locals are like, "Don't go to that camp. There's a killer there, guys." And of course, they ignore them. And then we have a girl just praying and doing the elf thing, and she's got the nun costume.
That happened.
It's really fun. It's stupid and over the top, but the movie knows exactly what it's doing. It's funny. I thought it was funny.
That's fair.
It kills.
That did remind me before we get off of summer camps. I did also want to give a quick shout out to a little movie from like 2016 or something that I think deserves a revisiting. That being You Might Be the Killer, which is a really funny horror comedy about a guy calling his friend who works at a video store, explaining to her how he's pretty sure that he might be killing all the other camp counselors and stuff, and it's just a really fun back and forth that the two have together. I really like it a lot. And good kills.
Yeah, I never actually heard of Bloody Bloody Bible Camp.
It came out.
Heard
It's
of it, I
very
haven't
low
seen it.
budget. It's very. You guys might like Sean. I kind of think you would really like it because again, it's a send up and it's not taking itself seriously at all. But there's a lot of winks and the kills again in a low budget, scratchy sort of
It
way.
very much feels like a movie Trauma would have put out in the 90s.
Yeah.
As opposed to something Trauma would have put out in the 2000s.
Yeah, a good way to put that.
Nice.
Yeah, sounds like a film you enjoy, Triv.
Oh, absolutely. I'm intrigued.
Triv, you would like this. Yeah, you need to do this in the theater. The
This
theater
would-
needs God,
This would be
Triv.
a good trivia.
It was in-
honestly, yeah.
I'm not sure my theater will stand up to God.
We should talk about it one day. It's fun, and I think you have a good time with it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm always
Yeah.
game for that.
Cool. Very cool.
I like when they mix religion in with horror. That's always interesting.
Well, it's an easy, it's a classic combination. It's kind of like peanut butter and cheese.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Like lamb and tuna.
Hey, there are peanut butter
Okay.
crackers with cheese in the middle, so it's a thing.
okay.
Is it really a thing, Triv? Is it really
It
a
was.
thing?
It is in the theater, so if you're gonna come to the theater, you better be willing to try it.
Okay, fine, whatever. Okay.
Okay, for me, since people are taking half the list I have when it comes to summer camp films, I'm going to go with Cheerleader Camp.
Oh, good one.
Oh,
And Cheerleader Camp, but yeah, I just was turned on to that one. I was like, wow, this is pretty interesting. Very good, nice, campy 80s summer horror flick that we've seen halftime before, but a bunch of cheerleaders, get some cute little girls in some short outfits jumping around and then get stabby all the time.
stabby.
Stabby.
Mhm.
You were just interested in the plot, though, right, Monty? It
Oh,
wasn't
yeah.
anything, but just
It's like
the
reading
plot.
read it
Playboy.
for the
It's like
articles.
reading Playboy for the articles.
No, I was just to have some good kills. Oh, my good friend
Wink.
Patrick.
Hey,
Hey,
Patrick.
Patrick.
Hey, Patrick.
Hello, Patrick.
Hey, Patrick, you ready to see some more A24 films? I wonder, did he see Long Legs yet?
I was thinking that too.
Let me see him. Uh-oh.
For life and
No,
love.
James,
Staying away for life.
smart aleck.
Fair.
I'll put that up. I'll see what he said. Peanut butter. I'll stay away for life unless I tag along with it. Now, see, unfortunately, James, you do that, you're going to get a visit from the miser. And on the miser protects Trip in her theater.
Aw, thanks.
Eee.
You mean physically or emotionally? There, Patrick.
Or both.
Yeah, I was about to say both.
Grabbed you by the ass and fucked it hard.
Ah,
Only if you're an Irishman.
that's a good review of Vaccine right there.
Kevin Costner.
Oh, Drew Maxine. Okay, that's cute, Patrick.
Did he? I wonder what made him think people want to see hit that movie that he made.
The Western.
Because Yellowstone.
I see. Yellowstone is different. I understand Yellowstone, but why make a movie that has nothing to do with Yellowstone?
You have to go
I had
into
a
the
nickel.
mind of
I had
When
a
was the
nickel for
last
every
time
time
there was
Kevin-
a successful box office hit Western?
If I had a nickel for every time
Blazing
Kevin
Saddles.
Costner abandoned a successful
Blazing
Western
Saddles.
project to go make his overly long,
Probably-
boring, critically panned version of that same Western, I would have 2 nickels. Anybody else remember Wyatt Earp?
I do. I actually like Wyatt Earp, and it is more historical, factual than
Good for you.
I
It's
like
still
Wyatt
fucking
Earp,
boring.
and I'm there with you.
Thank you.
Yep, good for you. It's still
Thank
fucking
you, Sean.
boring.
See,
though.
And Dennis Quaid makes a damn good Doc Holliday. I know everybody
I
loves
agree.
Val
I
Kilmer.
agree.
Yeah,
Yes, thank you.
I agree. Same movie's fucking overly way too goddamn long for its own good.
It is a little long.
Mhm.
Oh boy.
But did he say I'm your Huckleberry?
No.
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 See,
No,
that's
he
the
didn't.
problem.
That's why it's a word, and that's why
I think
it's the worst
Tombstone
movie
is certainly the better movie, but I
by
like
far.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did
But
like
it's
two.
more historically accurate.
Good
Yeah.
for you.
True.
Uh-oh. What is Patrick saying now?
This is the best movie so far.
It's the Kevin Costner one.
Obviously, by the raving box office success of that movie, obviously it's the
According
Kevin
to
Costner
Michael
one.
Rooker, everybody needs to get used to 3-hour movies. It's because of Twitter or TikTok and these gosh darn YouTube shorts, people's attention spans have gone down the literal crapper.
I think the problem is they just need to make good 3-hour-long movies. Then people will watch them. Just ask,
Yeah.
Come on.
just ask
Their
South
attention
Korea.
to
Just
3
ask
hours.
South Korea.
Wait. Casino's an overly long.
No, I love
Casino.
Yeah, I'm not saying that, but I'm saying they need to make good 3-hour ones. Just ask South Korea. I love South Korean cinema, and most of those are at least 2+ hours.
That's
But
true.
I don't. If it's gonna be a piece of shit, I ain't gonna waste 3 hours of my time on shit. And most of the American ones lately have been kind of balls.
By the way,
Patrick wants me to-
Exuma, Velvet, Exuma is
Ooh.
fan-freaking-tastic.
Fuck yes, I've heard great stuff. I've been wanting to watch it.
I
Oh, yeah.
wish I would have gone in with a little bit more understanding. And sorry, I'm completely derailing stuff, but it is
Oh,
like
no.
I need to go and like look stuff up about South Korean stuff. But yeah, anyway, highly
Okay, awesome.
highly
Hell yeah.
suggested.
love
I have
coffee
not
beans
seen the
so much,
coffee
though.
table yet, Patrick. Although I know Jen is telling me how good it is.
Yeah,
It's a movie.
me and Patrick are big fans of the movie. Yeah, loved it. I loved it. Good movie. But not enough people see it. Monty, I'd really be interested to hear your thoughts on it.
It's a movie.
Yeah. Well, I'll take a look at it.
That's
I'll
high
take a look at
praise.
it and see. Yeah,
They
take a
shot
look at
it.
it.
They shot actors with cameras and whatnot. It was a script. It's a movie.
Don't listen to Velvet. Don't listen to Velvet.
Take it. Velvet doesn't share your enthusiasm.
Yeah, I take it. Yeah, because
It was
I remember you reviewing the picture. I think you liked it, and he okay. This is
yeah, it's fine.
oh wow.
Oh, very cool.
Right on.
Hello.
Good
All
day,
right.
mate.
Good morning.
Good night, Wayne. How you doing out there, Blake?
Arby's.
Shrimp,
Yes.
crikey.
Uh-oh.
You can go eat my baby.
Now
All right,
that's
all right,
nice.
Patrick. Just because you want me to see it, I'm gonna take it. If I can find it, I'll watch the coffee table.
Right on.
Monty, I can send you a link, maybe. I might be able to help you out with that.
Okay.
Just don't watch yourself run into a coffee table because that can really hurt.
Yeah.
It is the most gaudiest coffee table ever. You know, Trent, that would be another one I'd like to talk to
The
you about.
best way I can
Gaudiest
best-
coffee table.
best way I can describe that coffee table in that movie is it's this type of coffee table that only a sapphic MILF can own. Anyone else, it's gaudy. If it's a sapphic MILF, though, it gets a pass. It's immaculate design.
Oh my god, that's awesome.
Summer camp.
Anyway, yeah, summer camp.
Yeah, summer camp. Yes. All right. All right, Sean. What you got for us next?
Just Before Dawn. A very underrated camp slasher.
Cool one.
With great atmosphere. Some of the best that I've seen in a slasher movie. It's a typical 80s slasher in every way, pretty much. Only, I think it was, 1981.
Yep.
Yeah, George Kennedy in there. Some some nasty kills. Machete wielding killer, before Jason came around. And there's actually a twist because it's two killers. It's two twin guys.
Dun dun dun.
Dean Koontz ripped off this movie. Oh my god.
Why is that your reaction every time someone brings up twin killers?
Because if you've read Whispers, you know why.
Fair enough.
I love. There's one great scene when they're when they're swimming in the pond, and the killer you see him in the background slowly materialize, and he ducks underwater. That's just really cool. You see him through the mist, and the really cool shot.
It ain't a bad flick.
Mm-hmm.
It's one that doesn't get talked about that much.
Yeah, it's like one of the better
Right,
examples.
right.
Of the movie.
Yeah, I never heard that one.
It's pretty good.
You never heard of it? Wow.
No,
I
yeah,
recommend
it's
it, Monty. I have a recommendation for you, finally.
You got the coffee table and Just Before Dawn. Hell of a double
Just
feature.
before dawn.
Hell of a
big,
double feature.
big, huge year for slashers, 1981.
Yep. Yeah, it was. All right, Chip, what you got next?
My next one is I gotta look it up here quick. My list is too long. Although not technically a camp movie, it still sort of is a camp movie. Cabin in the Woods.
Yeah.
You know if that
A
counts?
lot of people consider
I'd
it.
say so.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I do.
I love so much about that movie. It's such and I feel like I'm on it takes it takes from all these different it's such an homage to so much stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it does it in such a unique way. And there are some good kills. The fact that Chris Helmsworth runs into a force field. The fact that there's freaking mermen and they take out everybody. Oh my god, it's quotable and it's crazy and it does so much right. And the end, the fact it doesn't go happy. Ah, God, it's amazing.
Yeah, no, the ending's great. That movie really sticks a landing.
Absolutely.
It's a lot of fun.
I also kind of wish we got like a spin-off or like at least a short or something of just exclusively following the two dudes at the thing.
That would be
That's
amazing.
that's the best stuff of that movie, along with like our two leads, and the two of them are like the highlights of the movie in my opinion. I love the bit where they cut over to like the Japanese schoolgirls chanting away their version of Sadako, and he just going "fuck you, fuck you." I love that bit. That bit is that's my favorite joke of that whole movie.
Yeah. Always enjoy watching Amy Acker once again.
Oh yeah.
And the fact that again, like it's such a random cameo from Sigourney Weaver, but it is just I don't know. Like she shows up and it's like where
What? Why are you here? Okay.
Wow. Yeah, I was not expecting her to show up in the film, so I was quite surprising.
Yeah, absolutely. And the coffee cup / bong was oh my god.
Oh man, I love that character. He was good.
Oh, very good. None of the characters were what they were supposed to be, and that's I love when you have kind of what's the term? You screw with expectations. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, brain not working.
No, that's fair. It's hot.
It is.
We're in the middle of the summer heat.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's brutal.
I know. Yeah, it's brutal here.
I'd be in a lot more in heat if Marty were
Down, girl.
Give it time.
Yeah, still waiting to see if he's going to show up.
Oh boy,
All right.
So I'm talking about.
All right, Jen. All right, Jen. Velvet, what you got?
I got another one, and people get mad, like it was rediscovered because people got mad. Like it's just as important as Friday the 13th. That would be The Burning.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I do. Do you guys think that The Burning is underrated compared to Friday? I like it a little better, honestly.
The original Friday.
Yeah, just a little bit. No, I know you love it, Sean. I know you love the original, and I get why, and I get why other people do too. But I feel like The Burning, it kind of got like people rediscovered it a few years
Oh,
ago.
very much so.
But like it needs to get more love.
Yeah, it's a good flick. I think it's a case of very much like the original My Bloody Valentine. Of one, it got kind of fucked over by the MPAA a little bit and cut down so much. But once the restored version came out, the movie actually is a lot better now because the version's kind of ass, much like the original My Bloody. But the restored version's makes the movie actually work a lot better.
And it works better because much like Sleepaway Camp, it's assholes. They play a really shitty prank, and that's how all the fuckery starts. And I really like that.
I like Cropsey too. Is like for the killer. I like Cropsey a lot. There's some good kills in there.
I do
Underappreciated.
And then the fucking cover art is iconic. Like that's a cool cover art.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I feel like that one doesn't get. Oh, go ahead.
I just think it's hilarious that someone would go to that extreme, that extent to play a prank. You know,
Fucking assholes, man.
Which one's more extreme? That one, or is it New Year's Eve? No, not New Year's Evil. What's the one I'm thinking of where they fucking explode a science lab for the sake of a prank? It's also set on New Year's. Anyway, but yeah.
I mean, they kind of do that in Toxic 4.
Terror Train, yeah. It's I can't remember. It's a New Year's slasher movie. Yeah,
I know, yeah.
No, for sure.
Talk about terrible practical jokes.
Yeah.
What about you?
For me, the last one I want to talk about is again kind of an underappreciated one from the mid 2010s. That being Stage Fright. No, not the 80s movie, which is also kind of underappreciated. But I'm talking about its remake from like 2014 or so, which is part of one of my favorite subgenres that doesn't get enough representation: horror musicals. It's about a group of people going to a theater summer camp and putting on a production while also there's a slasher movie going on around them. It's really fun and cool. Also, Meatloaf is one of the counselors, and he has a couple songs, and it's pretty fun. It's really good. He does a really good job at it. There's some cool kills. There's just some good stuff all around. I think it's a really interesting and fun remake. That really does what a remake should. It has its own really different identity from the original Stage Fright. It takes some inspiration and some kills from the original, but it's a drastically different film all of its own. Whereas the original was just set on a soundstage as a theater troupe was getting murdered. This one is a full-on summer camp horror movie slasher musical thing. It's really cool.
Oh yeah, the remake.
We don't talk about the Cabin Fever remake. It's one of the
No,
most
no,
pointless
it's probably
films ever made. It's one of the most pointless films ever made. When you
And
literally
funny games.
when you literally use the exact same script as the original, there is no reason to exist.
I might be in the minority, but I don't really care for Cabin Fever.
I only like
the original or the
Pancake.
I
remake?
love Beavers.
Well, either really. I don't know. Like
You
it
know,
just like that. There is that level of understanding you have to give movies, but I was sitting there watching it and I was getting actively angry, and it's like, what? Just do the thing. Put the fucking excuses aside and just go do the thing. You
Yeah.
freaking numpties.
God, I wish you had a
That's the
camera
fun
on
of
you.
it.
Oh,
even when I used
These,
to
you're following
defend
these
Eli,
complete morons.
oh my
watching-
god.
yeah.
It's like there's understandable like the what is it, the State Farm ad where they have all the people like in the
Oh,
shed,
yeah.
like that whole commercial where it's like, oh, we should go downstairs, oh, we should go into this tool shed of stuff. But then there's like, these guys are dumber than them. They're like,
Yeah.
they give a bag of hammers a bad name.
I love the guy in the woods just shooting squirrels and
Oh my
lighting
God.
fires.
Oh yeah, he was like,
Cracks me
"What
up.
are you doing? Why are you shooting at squirrels?" He was such a dumbass. Oh boy.
Like I
Yeah.
give a
I
lot of
did
credit
defend
to a good
Eli.
chunk of those, but I couldn't with this one. I really tried. I sat there and
Oh,
like,
that's
okay,
fair.
I'm gonna watch this and I'm gonna like go at it. Yeah. Ah.
And again,
Nah,
I don't know why they made a remake of it. And then it was shot for shot. The only difference is that the sheriff in the remake is a woman.
Yep.
That's it.
Yeah.
Kind of like The Strangers. I mean, there's so
That movie at least has a different feel than the original, at least.
Yes.
Also, it set up a lame trilogy that might not happen. Anyway.
Yeah.
Oh no,
but
it's happening. They filmed all three. They filmed all three at the same
Oh.
time.
That doesn't mean they're going to release
Oh.
them. Tax write-off, maybe.
Be straight to streaming, maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're probably go straight to streaming. The other should
I will
probably
be
go straight to.
shocked if those other two end up getting theatrical releases. There's no fucking way those things
Oh,
are
yeah,
how
no,
badly the
no,
first one
no.
performed.
That's like the
Yeah.
Kevin Costner movie or the Kevin Costner
Exactly.
Horizon movies.
It all comes back around to Kevin Costner.
It does.
Kevin Costner,
No.
it's your fault. It's your fault.
Damn it, Kevin Costner! Much like everything, we can blame Kevin Costner
Uh-oh.
for ruining.
Yeah, and that's a good thought right there, Wayne.
Yeah.
Fuck you all! I love Kevin
Honestly,
Costner.
honestly, I will say I think this Cabin Fever remake is even more pointless than the Psycho remake. At least the
I would
Psycho
agree.
remake has a couple okay and interesting ideas, and there was some work put into that. Cabin Fever is the most lazy fucking remake I've ever watched. Again, they literally took the original script for the movie and just used that. They didn't even write a new script for it. They just did the same thing and just changed one character's gender. That's it.
Funny
Yep.
games.
At least the Funny Games, it was the same director doing it for some reason and wanting to do it so people, because Americans don't like reading subtitles, which, okay, you know what, he might have had a point there.
Maybe that's the reason why they're doing the American version of See No Evil.
Yeah, probably.
Oh.
But yeah, no, I would say Cabin Fever's worse than the Psycho remake, honestly.
Okay. For me, this is a different one. I have, what is it? Oh, Blood Beach.
Ooh, good
yeah.
choice.
Yeah, nice.
Blood
Good one.
Beach. Yes, yes, yes. Just when you thought it was safe to go back in the water, you can't even reach it.
He even says that in the movie.
I saw
John
that.
Saxon.
John Saxon. Yeah, it was a very decent and very different summer movie because it does take place in summer and it doesn't involve sharks.
Novelty.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
It's got Paulie from Rocky.
Paulie
Pretty
from
much
Rocky got John
exactly the
Saxon.
same. And he's a cop.
I hope not. I heard Gil. I heard Gil was very good.
Yeah, it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But Blood Beach very good. Love the monster concept, and I actually love the ending. He blew the submarines, and unfortunately, now there's a whole bunch of those things in the sand now.
It's a movie that doesn't get talked about. Like,
Yeah, it really doesn't get a lot of talk about a lot.
Yeah.
I like when the guy gets it in the junk, you know.
Oh yes. I like the first three Sharknadoes. Oh! I just read something on Bloody Disgusting. You know they're doing a Catnado movie now.
Oh, I saw that.
Nice.
Real? That's real.
Sweet.
Oh,
Here.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't want to live
Sweet.
between that and Megan and another fucking Conjuring movie on the way. I
Oh, yeah.
don't want to live.
Oh yeah, because I was going to just like I teach you about Megan. There's the new Conjuring movies that just got it's in production right now called The Conjuring Last Rites. It is the final Conjuring in the main
Sure it
series
is.
featuring Ed and Lorraine with Patrick and Mike. Patrick,
Patrick Wilson and Via Farmiga.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh
down.
boy, so that means we can, instead of having the movies that people actually like, we can have a bunch of the prequels and spin-offs that nobody gives a fuck about. Hooray!
Probably still continue. The Nun Part 3,
Oh,
Annabelle
God.
Part
Fuck's sake,
5.
Sean.
No, I did not see any orange cats in the trailer because I saw the trailer and a bunch of CGI cats. I couldn't help but look.
I mean,
You can't even
That's
eat
got to be a
cat.
sex move, a flying pussy.
I knew he was going to say that.
Damn right.
we already got Clownado, so why not Catnado?
Yeah.
Yeah, there was another tornado featuring animals. I couldn't remember. I know a Clownado. I can't remember the other one before I heard about this Catnado coming out.
What does that say when it's actually a hurricane? Like, I know Sharkcane is not as awesome as Sharknado, but like if you want to be real about it, that's
Yeah, I know, Patrick. I know that they're not representing Cheetah, so I know you're upset.
boy catting it. That's great.
Boy, cat. God damn it.
I see what you did there,
God
Patrick.
damn it, Patrick.
I approve as a fan of the puns.
I have always meant to watch Triangle. It's one of those movies I've seen a lot of other ones from that director and liked it. I've always meant to get around to watching Triangle, Wayne.
Hmm.
Cool.
Yeah, it's not the first time where we had an American. It's supposed to be set in America, but they filmed it in Australia.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
that's like
That happens pretty often.
what was it? It's April Fool's Day in the UK, and it's Happy Graduation Day in the States.
Yes.
In the 80s. Oh,
Yeah,
I think it
it's
was
yeah.
UK though, not Aussie.
Mm-hmm.
Dog name.
As the first thing of that song came up.
If we do Dognado, we need to have the Baja Men get a cameo.
Oh,
Yeah.
100%.
That's what we need.
Before they all kick off because they're such rabid, massive potato NATO. With
Well, I
sour
tell you-
cream
I
and
wouldn't-
chive, Ado.
I would make
tell
a
you,
comment, but
you-
out of respect of our missing member, I won't.
Oh, boy.
Oh man, just give somebody a whole bunch of a little bit of money. Hey, look, if you can get somebody to create horror versions of our childhood fairy tales, when it comes to the TCU, and you make people make movies by anything.
Oh, yeah.
That's true.
Hamburger NATO.
Fucking haunted swimming pool earlier this year, for
They're
God's
still cranky.
I'm still pissed.
Okay, fair enough.
I am fucking pissed. Fucking Blue Mouse. Fucking Blue Mouse does it again. They fucked me. They fucked me. And not in a good way, but in a bad
Only
way.
Marty can do that.
Yeah, only Marty can do. Well, you until I found out you betrayed me with Monty.
Well,
You know, we have
I,
that
never
thing.
said, I never said I was a
The
one
lore's
woman woman.
changed. The lore's changed.
Y'all better do that movie of Night Swim so I can hear Jen rant.
Every time we've tried to do a video on Night Swim, she just gets unbelievably angry, and it just turns out completely
Unhinged.
unintelligible of what the fuck we're talking about.
I blew out the mic, didn't I?
Yes, you did. You blew out the mic the first time.
That takes talent, and that's what she said.
I would love earmuffs, Patrick. That would be great.
Hey, look, as much as I tried to curtail my anger about the Strangers Chapter 1 when I invented for the first time in a while.
Hey,
I
good
saw
friend
that.
makes life worth living.
Mhm.
This is true. This is true.
Uh-oh. This is Snoop Dogg.
It can be the sequel to Bones. We've all been wanted.
No, yeah.
Or it can be
Dog
or it can be a
pound.
segment in a new Hood of Horrors. Snoop, give me a new Hood of Horrors, goddammit.
Those are so good.
I love Hood of Horrors. It's underappreciated.
Absolutely.
All right, Sean, what else you got for us?
So we talking like beach horror now?
Seems that way.
Yep.
Seen that way, yeah.
The zombie.
Ooh, good one.
Takes place on the island of Matu.
God damn it,
You
John!
were so excited to talk about that, weren't you?
It's like that was gonna be my big card that everyone's like, shit, I didn't think of that. I'm like, I'm a genius, I know. And
I mean,
he just gonna wave to all the people and go, you look at me, I'm smart.
I was gonna be a snarky bitch and say it for shark movies, so fair enough.
Damn it, Sean.
Oh, boy.
It's a good movie,
So
though.
my-
It's a goddamn.
My personal favorite zombie movie next to Dawn of the Dead.
Very cool.
Mhm.
Love this movie.
Yeah.
Can't get enough of
It's
it.
a notorious theme.
Oh, yes.
Sean, you are gent and scholar.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, you got the
Oh, that
shark
movie
versus
has
the
so many
zombie. I mean,
names.
go on.
It's had so many
Zombie
names.
flesh eaters. Zombie 2.
Yeah, zombie flesh eater, zombie 2 with Z-O-M-I.
That's probably the greatest beach horror.
Amazing
Is that the
gore,
best
I
beach
mean- Could be.
Damn it.
Yeah, that was one of my
Go
favorite
wrong with
zombie.
Fulci.
No. No, I just love the theme song that they play while you got the three people trying to fight all the zombies. But
I love that.
It is good.
Mhm.
the three.
Trees that was.
Fuck yeah.
There it
Electric
goes.
Boogaloo.
Oh, there's yours.
Hell yeah. Zombie 2, Electric Boogaloo.
I actually unfortunately had the unfortunate to watch the sequel to Breakdance, and they showed that. Yeah, no, Breaking, and it's Breaking Electric Boogaloo, and you want to talk about a wasted movie? There was no need to
I
make us.
own it
Yeah.
on Laserdisc.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
That's a
Oh
And
my
I have
God.
both soundtracks on vinyl. Yes, I do love
Nice.
pointless garbage.
I own both of them and I got them from the dollar store.
Hell yeah.
Woohoo. Not Laserdisc.
Is that a flex or just how sad? I'm not sure which.
That's for the audience to decide.
I'm gonna say flex.
Yeah,
Hell
yeah.
yeah.
I used to break dance in the street with the cardboard on the middle of the
I'm
street.
sorry, Sean.
With my boom
gonna
box
talk
and
about we were going to talk
blaring
about
the-
beach horror, but fuck all that. We're going to spend the rest of this stream with you regaling us about your breakdancing life.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I thought I was the only former dancer in here.
I didn't say I was a dancer. I tried.
Hey, Professor.
James.
The biggest fad going at that time.
Hey, you know what? You could still join the Olympics. I think isn't breakdancing a new sport that's in the Olympics?
I
this year?
believe so.
It is, yes.
actually.
It is now an Olympic sport.
Nice.
Yes,
Is it
it's got
really?
breakdancers. Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Sean, you should make a video and bust a move.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Just for you, Jen.
Do it. It'll be really sad. Woo!
Hey, he's back.
Marty!
Marty!
Five. Dear God.
Are James
I've
and
only
Marty
talked-
the same person? One leaves, the other one shows up? Gasp!
Marty, now that you're here, we can finally talk about Potato NATO. How do you feel about Potato NATO, Marty?
Marty Tripp's cheating on us with Monty.
She was
You know
dating
what?
Marty, too.
I'm a dramatic individual. I had to do it.
It builds
Yeah,
drama.
you'll never get away with me, you dirty rotten kids. You
Oh,
and your
We
dog
can't
Nato
muscle
too.
you wild stallion.
horror hangouts is becoming days of our lives. Is what I'm getting.
Exactly.
Like potato.
Okay. Potato NATO, like Sharknado, with potatoes.
Oh man,
It's deep,
Uh,
man.
it wasn't breaking YouTube.
This is true. He was.
Yeah, he was.
He
Yeah,
was?
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, he
it's
was.
true.
No, the first break, as stupid as part 2 is, Breaking 1 is actually like a genuinely pretty good dance movie.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Unfortunately, it's like when they decide to make a sequel, it's like, okay, that's nice.
How could
And-
you not? You know, I mean, it's
I mean, yeah, I know. Yeah,
It's canon.
Yes.
If it made money, they made a sequel. They were the Blumhouse of
Absolutely.
their day. Hopefully
Oh, yes.
that doesn't mean the
Yeah.
Blumhouse will go the way of canon.
oh yes.
Did they ever make a movie about a haunted swimming pool?
No, but they totally would have if they thought there was money involved in it.
I'm a salty bitch.
Yes, you are. You are a very salty bitch.
you're gonna be the subject of their next movie.
Yep.
Whee!
All right, what you got for us now, Trev?
So in that department, I have a really random one. So I grew up on MS. I got into horror through MST3K, and I am choosing a very weird one from the.
Please.
I think it's the 50s or 60s. It features a weird creature that looks like his mouth is full of hot dogs. It is
Yeah.
the horror of Party Beach.
Party
Holy
Beach!
Shit!
Holy shit! And there's the creature right there.
Marty.
I want to fuck him.
Marty,
We know,
join
huh?
the party.
All right, join the
Better
party.
late than never. Apologies.
Oh, no worries, man.
Marty is here. Now we get to talk. Now we get to talk about Portano.
Potato Needle. What the fuck? What?
Because
And
the
its sequel,
fuck is-
mashed potato NATO.
It's a spin off
sequel.
of Cat Nato.
yeah, because Catnado is coming out. I read it on Bloody Discussion. They're having a Catnado where you have a whole bunch of cats spinning around in a tornado.
Well,
and somebody
I
in this,
suppose they've done fucking Sharknado to death, so like, you know.
they did Clown Needle, so we got cats, we have dogs, and we got potatoes.
Potatoes.
Yeah.
It's the Irish spinoff.
Potato Needle.
I could marinate a potato in my vagina.
Just avoid the sour cream there. Wait to add that until afterwards.
Oh,
Would
Jesus.
Marty be the sour cream?
That
Anyway,
is
This
true.
guy,
Monster
you
Party
want to
Beach.
scare him off already?
Jesus Christ. Anyway, Monster of Party Beach.
Yes. Oh my god. So I haven't watched this on Rift ever, so I watched it on Rift. And it is.
Oh no.
Oh my god, it is. So it's like a 50s beach party movie, which was a big thing back in the day. Basically, half of it is dancing, like provocative pussy.
That's the crossover between Sharknado and Potato Nado. It's the crossover.
That's the crossover we've always
That's
been
what
doing.
harness the power of potatoes. We're all
Oh
good.
man.
Oh my god.
And it's up to Jean-Claude Van Damme and Kevin Costner to save us.
Yeah, exactly.
Run
We're
it back.
screwed. We're so screwed. So yeah, anyway, that spends about half of it like promoting random artists and people dancing around in really small thongs and speedos and stuff. And the other half is very dramatic and in-depth science-y and shit. And it's a weird movie, and it definitely of its time, but it's such a goddamn weird movie. I kind of love it. If you ever
Yeah.
Google the creature alone, that's worth the price of admission. This thing, they took like 4 or 5 different designs and tossed them all together, and it is just, oh man. There's a theory that like a lot of these beach movies were kind of used as like they had these big long scenes of dialogue that way people could sit in their cars and make out, you know. And this is definitely one of those where I believe that theory.
Most definitely.
So anyway, that's my random outside the box edition.
Nice.
But the potato is inside my box.
But Tish.
Jesus Christ. If it had some ploy to get me to eat you out, you don't. It doesn't need to be a potato, okay?
It just has
I
to be
like
cheesy.
Italian food as well.
Right, it has to be Guinness.
Ooh,
That's a stereotype.
sounding effect. Ooh.
Uh,
Or corned beef and cabbage or whatever the fuck.
Oh God! Don't start this! Don't start
It's
this!
not corned beef. It's bacon. For the love of fuck.
You know bacon right.
Let's get all the
Oh.
Irish
I'm not putting
stereotypes
a
out of
big
the
one.
with
way.
all the Irish stereotypes up there. So Marty, so since you're finally here, you can actually answer some questions now about summer movies or summer of horror movies.
In addition to any questions that Jen asks you.
Yeah.
Yeah, like when are you gonna
what's the
marry Jen? That's
current-
the biggest topic.
What's the current topic? What's the current question?
Beaches. But if you want to talk about like summer camp things instead of a random rom-com from the 90s, go ahead.
Nah, I'm gonna go with beaches. So, is it my favorite beach-themed horror?
No, it's the movie Beaches.
Oh fuck! No, that is a horror. That is a horror in itself. If I had to pick, my favorite
Ooh,
beach
of
horror
course
movie
it
would be
is.
this. I don't know if it classifies as a horror movie.
Nazis
But,
are
I-
scary.
Why not?
That it's I love this movie. I love how stupid it is. It's one of my favorite trauma movies. And Leroy's mama. Oh my god, that character is so fucking good. I want a gun that can blow a honky away at 50 fucking paces. I'm like, what the hell is this? Fun fact as well, the guy who plays Adolf, his name I think is Barry Brenner. He's also in Maniac Cop as the coroner. He's a doctor in real life, and he got into movies because William Lustig. He was William Lustig's fucking doctor. He's like, hey, do you want to be in a movie? And I think that's what landed him in this as well. So
Yep.
it's pretty cool.
Who the fuck mentioned surf ninjas?
Larry,
God damn it.
Surf
That's
ninjas.
a horror in its own. It's in its own fucking right as well, though.
You know what? Fair enough. Fair enough.
What about Three Ninjas? Three Ninjas at high noon.
Ooh.
What about Three Ninjas Try to Kick Back or Terror at Thunder Mountain with Hulk Hogan? Which is still probably
no.
his best movie.
I'm
what
gonna
about
fight
the
some
ninjas,
ninjas,
Mr.
brother.
Manny?
Well, no, Gremlins 2 is Hulk Hogan's best movie, but his second
Mhm.
best movie is probably Three Ninjas 2 or 3. One of the two.
I thought it was in 3.
Yeah, he's in 3. Yeah.
No, okay.
Surf Ninjas is most definitely not cinema, Monkey. Let's be honest here.
Hey, excuse me. Are you not a fan of the ancient
have a
mystical
poster.
arts from the Orient?
I do not own a Surf Ninjas poster, thank you very much.
Surf Nazis must die.
I do own one of those.
Oh God. What if you took all three of them and smashed them together into
The
a new
triple
movie?
threat match.
Oh dear God.
I know.
A triple threat to decide the fucking second best Hulk Hogan movie. Dear God.
Let's do it.
So, darling, where's your swastika?
What?
What's this there for?
This shit again. For the love of
Okay, you
Christ.
know what? Suburban Commando probably is the second best one because Leonard Nimoy. Or not Leonard Nimoy. What the fuck?
Christopher Lloyd.
Christopher Lloyd, not Leonard
I
Nimoy.
was
That would
frozen
have been
today.
that would have been a drastically different movie if it was Nimoy.
Wait, Spock?
Yes. Dear God.
Marty, you missed some shit, by the way.
Yeah, you missed some shit.
I'll
Oh,
catch
yes.
the replay again. Apologies, I was out doing
Right on.
That's
farmy
okay.
stuff. My
You were out harvesting the potatoes before the tornado came. Right? We understand.
Oh, worse.
Um,
Turf. Turf.
Oh man.
Fossilized animal shit that you burn. That's what I was fucking harvesting.
and potatoes.
Uh-oh. Oh, now we're on the Hulk Hogan
Oh,
trip.
God. Calm down.
We don't talk about Rocky. God damn
Hey,
it.
no, look, lads. I think we can all agree no holds barred is Hulk Hogan's
God.
best movie.
Oh,
God damn it!
boy.
We're not turning this into a Hulk Hogan stream.
That's next
Come
time.
on, brother.
Wrestling
Oh.
and horror movies is another stream altogether.
Are we gonna talk about the sex tape?
Now that is horrifying.
I mean, honestly, most of them are.
Hulk
Production
Hogan
values suck.
really running wild that night.
His penis got hard just because it was his daughter.
Jesus
Probably.
Christ.
Yeah.
Probably.
Jesus. God damn
I
it.
mean, the
Jesus.
porn tape has been mentioned twice, so we must talk about it. I think, and
Yeah,
that's
there
kind of
we
the
go.
rule, right?
Mhm.
Oh man. There goes my channel.
Yep.
Yep.
I mean, that's kind of an every time occurrence, Monty. If we're being
Uh-huh.
honest.
Wrestling horrors next month. God damn it. Anyway, what do you got for beach horror?
For beach, well, I had Zombie 2.
Don't you mean
Alright.
zombie flesh eaters?
No, it's cool. It shows you got great taste. Okay, so I don't know whether to start with a movie that the director always makes me angry or to talk about a good movie that I feel not enough people talk about from 1984. I think I'm going to go with the 1984 one because,
The Mutilator.
yes, it is the fuck. You saw my fucking
I
list.
didn't. I was just thinking 1984 beach movies. That's like one of the only one I could think of.
Yes, the Mutilator. Like,
That's a
now this
great
is
one.
your. Thank you. It's really fun. Why doesn't anyone talk about it?
It kind of gets blended in with a lot of the other. Like, there's so many slasher movies that were coming out around
Yeah.
that time. Just
Yeah.
so many of them
Good
got
one.
forgotten.
Yeah,
I
so
thought-
many slasher films they get blended in there, so a lot of people don't know about them. I saw it. I enjoyed it.
Mhm.
I thought it
think
was when I saw it. I thought it was more of a like fall winter beach movie. That's why I didn't kind of go after it. But no, absolutely, fantastic movie,
Yeah.
lots of fun.
It is, and I
I
think
love
what
it.
stands out for me is the kills.
Mhm.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
What were you gonna say, Sean?
I was just gonna say I love the opening when the dude like accidentally kills his own mother, shoots him with a shotgun.
You can relate, right?
Maybe.
You want to kill me? Let we all know that.
There.
It's a great movie. It's fun, and I feel like that this is like kind of a hidden gem for me.
That's fair.
And I love the kill, and it's very much the same thing, but it's done kind of freshly,
I
if
can
that makes
understand that.
sense. And the other movie, because I don't want to bore you guys, fucking Shyamalan and fucking old.
Why?
Because it's on a fucking beach, okay? I mean,
Oh, Mom.
You
That's
talk
one of
about
my-
you're not talking about old, are you?
yes, I'm
Yeah.
talking about
Oh.
fucking
That's my
old.
favorite hit musician, medium-sized sedan.
I could not believe that was an actual fucking line.
That's an actual character in that movie.
Oh, don't remind me. It's technically though, but people love old. Like there were some people who said Shyamalan was back, baby, which I would
No,
totally
not with old. No, he's not.
Shyamalan hasn't been back since 2003.
It's but a lot of people liked it. Wait a minute, Marty, you liked it. You
Yeah.
and
I
Lisa
thought it
both
was cool.
liked it.
No, I liked how fucked up it was. It was a flawed movie, but there was bits like the kid getting fucking pregnant and her freaking out and shit. That was fucking terrifying. That was horrifying that this child is now pregnant and is trying to encompass that. And just the other what's the fucking dickhead surgeon who they managed to kill him because there's rust or something on the scalpel and he gets
Yeah.
tetanus and it fucking
Yeah.
just breaks him down completely. I thought there was cool
Yeah.
elements. That's the thing with Shyamalan's movies. There's cool ideas, but it's all held together with fucking duct tape. That's
Yeah,
the problem
if you're
with
lucky.
Shyamalan's movies. It's just like Jesus Christ. This
He's
is
gonna
good shit.
fuck
Just
with
hold
this
on
one.
tighter. Wait till we get to port. You know,
Don't
that's,
forget to go see the new Shyamalan movie this week in theaters, The Trap. It will probably be terrible.
I'm actually really excited for it, even though I should know better by now. He's gonna fuck me, but I saw the fucking trailers and I was like, it looks really good.
I haven't liked a Shyamalan movie since The Village, honey.
See, I enjoyed Split. I thought that was pretty solid.
Yeah, Split was good. I like Split and I like The Visit. Actually, I thought Sean Hunt was back when he did The Visit.
Split, child molestation saves
Ending
the
a Split
day,
fucks
guys.
it up for you. I only like, I can just
I
sit there
like
and go,
James
I like
McAvoy.
both
That's
movies.
what made it cool for me.
That's fair.
Like,
Yes.
McAvoy's great.
Yeah,
Hmm.
great, but I thought, but there are some people. I remember you and Lisa, because you said that you guys could relate being stuck on an island and you never can get off of it.
Je-
I remember you telling me that was
I
funny.
know, it is. It's like fucking Ireland is like, yay. What do we do now? Not much, because we're trapped and surrounded by water. Jen, would you consider I know it's not a beach movie, but Speak No Evil, would that be a summer movie or a holiday movie?
I was going to talk about that with when we got to holiday, summer
I'm
vacation.
going to shut my whore mouth then. Apologies. Sorry.
You shut your whore mouth.
No, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. But that is one. Yeah, that is a great one. That is a great one that we will talk about. And I will go on a spiel warning people. Fucking American remake. It's gonna suck. I love McAvoy, but it's gonna fucking suck. You mark my words, people. You mark my fucking words.
So are we talking about the
Fucking
porn
American.
parody is gonna suck or the American remake is gonna suck?
Yes.
Both, but the porn parody will be in good way. The Americans can't do dark, deep shit. Americans can't do dark, deep shit. Can't.
Okay then.
Look at Martyrs.
Oh God, don't. We
Oh
don't talk
God,
about it.
martyrs.
God damn
We
it.
really need to talk about. We need to have a remake, guys.
No,
We need to
we
have
have
a
to.
remake stream one day.
Oh, totally.
Martyrs.
You have no opinions
None
on that.
whatsoever.
Oh boy.
Hello, Mr. Green.
Nice.
That was a fantastic response, Marty.
I know, yeah.
Oh my God.
Wayne's killing it.
That was good, that was good.
Wayne.
That happens when you take too much iron. There's a lot of deep dark shits.
Wayne,
Yep.
fiber. Kellogg's fruit and fiber, sir. That's what you need.
Stevie! Scurvy! That's what I was thinking. Scurvy!
You all right there, bud?
Well, I do have to finally bring up sharks because since we are talking about
God
beaches,
damn it.
it's sand sharks.
Monty, how dare you call us all beaches? That's rude.
Hey, I respect
Lover
that.
squirrel triv already?
Well, you know.
Son of a
Um,
beach.
Yeah.
Some beach somewhere.
Yeah, of all the bad and terrible asylum horror pictures that aired on the Sci-Fi Channel, I actually did like Sand Sharks.
Sand Shark's good.
Ah.
Ghost Shark's good. Santa Jaws is good.
Really?
Shark
Yes.
Exorcist is not good and should be
Shark
burned at the
Exorcist is
stake.
very much not
Thank you.
good.
Yes. Oof.
Does anyone like that movie, honestly?
Well, they made a damn sequel, so there must have been some people there. I'm sure it's more hate watches than it is anything else, but still,
It got a sequel for the same reason Birdemic has sequels.
Yeah,
they crowdfunded it, and people were like, "Hey, here's the thing," and then they looked at the thing, and they're like, "Oh, they liked all this random shit," when they don't get the irony at all.
Yeah.
Ever.
No.
Not better. Not better at all.
shoot the bird.
Birdemic can eat shit and die. Eat deep, dark shit and die. Not.
The
not
bird's not moving. I'm shooting. Still just.
Jesus Christ.
As a lover of bad movies, I can't with that one. I
No,
just.
I mean it's like it's bad movies, but then you just have Birdmanic.
Then there's Birdemic.
Yeah.
Yeah, Birdemic.
I
yeah.
would rather let Dan burn down my theater and piss on the ashes than ever review one.
Wow, okay then. Man, open invitation apparently.
All right, Dan.
Later, Dan.
Bye,
Have a good one.
Bye.
I forgot to lock the theater. Shit, now he's gonna come.
Well,
Balls. Anyway, that's what she said. I'm sure. Anyway,
Yeah. All right, Sean. What you got for us now?
I'm gonna say Open Water. I thought was really good. Um,
this is
Okay.
like
a
a
good
backup.
example
okay,
of a
babe.
low budget film. Very little. You don't even really see the sharks much. It's just what they could do with a small budget. I thought that it was impressive. It was scary. Just the idea of people being stranded out in the open ocean. Nowhere to go, and there's sharks circling around you. That's terrifying. And
It is. It's
Mhm.
and I feel like Open Water is really, when we're talking about shark movies. I know you didn't like it as much as I did,
I
but
still think it's a good movie.
but it's and the production, like this was just a very small production, husband and wife team, and they did it on the weekends, and it came out so fucking good. And that scene where they're in the water and they know they're fucked. I mean, and then when she's
they're just
alone.
looking at the boat
Mhm.
go and leaving.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite. And people always look at me weird because it's one of my favorites when we're talking about the shark movies.
For
I
sure.
fucking love Open Water, and the sequels are not bad. There's
Okay.
one bad one.
Okay, so Open Water 2 is ass. Open Water 3 is surprisingly okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
I really, I'm with you, Sean, on that. I think Open Water is severely underrated as when we're talking, because everyone always goes to Jaws. And I'm like, but Open Water is really good, guys.
Yes, I agree with you on that. Yeah.
I do, because I actually like the third one, even though
Yeah, I do too.
yeah, even though when it was first came out, it wasn't supposed to be an open water one, but they decided
Yeah.
to stick it on just to make some money.
Yeah.
But it works.
It's a cool.
It
I like
worked.
the blending of the found footage genre with it. I think it
Yeah.
worked well.
Yeah. Yeah,
Mhm.
it's one that I don't know why more people don't give it love.
Yeah, for sure.
Mhm. All right, Chip, what you got for us?
So I have two, and they're kind of opposite ends of the spectrum. First one, I didn't see this one until pretty late, but I really enjoyed it. Deep Blue Sea.
Oh,
Wow.
yes.
Fun one.
Yeah, absolutely. Just the way that Samuel L. Jackson goes out, it's like so unexpected.
hilarious.
Oh my
Mhm.
god, it was great. The whole movie was solid, and I feel like Asylum has tried to take that formula and go with it, and they've never been able to accomplish what this did. And not to say, I mean, it's a big budget movie, but still, it was a lot of fun. On the other end of the spectrum, because I am a sadist or a masochist or some combination, Cocaine Shark.
Yay!
Yeah.
I can't go with you on this one. I
No,
can't,
I don't. I don't go with myself on this one, but I can say that despite it being a Mark Polonia movie, I appreciate the fact that they didn't go
Him
the route
again.
of Cocaine. Yeah. Oh, he's
Yeah, him
everywhere.
again.
He's
He's-
like
he-
God. He's like everywhere, man. He's everywhere.
Yeah.
He's over here. He's over there. It's all, wherever there is a shitty movie, there's a good chance that he had his hands in it. But I appreciated the fact that they didn't go the route of Cocaine Bear and just drop a bunch of cocaine on a shark. They actually did the whole like doing this thing makes you think you're a shark, even though the execution was freaking awful. I can, and then the fact that they did a lot of stop motion, like. It's a weird combination because there's so much bad crap, and then you get this stop motion where that takes time and it takes effort, and it was weird, the combination of things. So
In,
and it was
Yeah.
in other words, his stop motion effects were terrible.
no, the stop motion was actually, I mean, it wasn't great, but the fact that he put the time and effort in to do the
Yeah.
stop motion
Yeah.
as
Oh,
compared to
yeah.
just going.
Fun fact: some people just fucking fire out stop motion really quickly, and it doesn't take them any length.
That's
That-
true. I guess you're like the master of that. I didn't even think about that. But
Yeah.
nevertheless, the fact that it was in there, like it showed, I guess, in some way, shape, or form, it gave me such Neil Breen vibes. It was crazy. But anyway, yeah, so that's I wouldn't suggest Cocaine Shark unless you're a sadist, but it has some interesting stuff. So
I get you. I can't agree with you,
No,
but I get
no.
you.
yeah, like I say, I lost brain cells and I did it because I love you guys. So
Aw.
Oh.
Okay, all's forgiven. I love you again.
Aw,
Yay.
thanks.
Lovers to enemies, back to lovers again story.
Hey, like
We
I
love to see
said, as
'em.
long as you don't mind me having more than one person, I think we're good to go.
Polyamory for the win. Let's
Hell
go.
yeah!
I'm greedy.
You're my boo.
Ah.
Yeah.
Well, Hangouts is just going to become one giant polycule at this point. Marty, what do you got?
Oh, The Shallows.
Oh,
I
good movie.
I
Mhm.
like The Shallows. Doesn't hurt that you've Mrs. Ryan Reynolds in a wetsuit. I still love you, babe.
No,
I
it
still
doesn't.
love you. Well, no,
I don't like the shallows anymore.
no. that aside, the kind of character study with Blake Lively coming to terms with her mother's death, and the
Mhm.
fact that this was the location that she bonded, and then she's like she's pondering her own fucking life choices, and then that's all fucking knocked to the side when she gets trapped by this really pissed off fucking predator. And I think, as well as her, there's another great cast member, and that is Steven Seagal. He
Yeah.
is fantastic. He is brilliant, and just it's badass how she takes out the shark as well, because like
Oh yeah, I
you
thought
know,
it was nice
she
way.
has to she's not like a fucking Navy SEAL or a fucking shark expert or a fucking a marine biologist. She just has to use her gumption to take it out. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Hmm.
A sharkologist. She wasn't no sharkologist.
That's just
Yes,
marine
babe.
biology.
Yes, because that's a fucking thing.
That's
Yeah.
All right. Smart.
good for you, honey.
Master of Sharkology.
Mhm.
It's a thing.
She's got her doctorate in it.
Oh yeah. Let's see. For me, I'm going to go with Piranha 3D, the first one, not the dumbass sequel.
3
Not 3 double D.
Oh, man.
Double D's. Most men like double D's.
Except in that case, because dear
Monty,
God.
I love the start of that because apparently canonically that's Hooper in the boat.
Yeah, I
That's
know.
a
Yeah.
Yeah.
Richard Dreyfuss's
Right, right.
character
Nice.
in Jaws
That was
that
cool.
gets killed at the start.
Yeah, it's another one of those things where obviously he decided to do that favor for somebody, or they paid him a lot of money to sing that song, and then but actually pretend to be going down a whirlpool. But that was so fake looking. That's the only bad thing about the film was the fake whirlpool that he's gets killed in. But one of the things I didn't like was because I like Diane Mayer, not because she's an attractive woman, but I just like how she acts. But she gets killed. She gets eaten up by the piranhas.
She always gets gnarly death scenes in movies.
I
Be
know.
it that in Saw or Starship Troopers.
I
She
know.
never has a nice fucking death scene in a film whatsoever.
They had a good cast, man.
Oh yeah,
The Jerry O'Donnell, Elizabeth Shue.
Elizabeth Shue, Ren
Elizabeth
Raines.
Shue.
Sean, do you
Ellis
remember what's Jerry O'Connell's last words? Wet t-shirt. And he fucking just like-
You know, he's. I love the scene because it looks so real because all his legs is gone and you have nothing but veins and skeleton
Yeah.
showing up. It looks so real. It's great practical effects.
Yeah.
Aja knows how to do that shit. He knows where
Yeah.
to put the budget.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And he's crazy.
Super
And
fun,
he's an
though.
insane Frenchman who knows how to fucking make a balls to the wall movie.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I'm not seeing it down or negative.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Hmm. Unfortunately, the sequel was terrible.
And then there's the sequel, which we don't talk about.
Yeah.
Look,
Oh, that's
Auntie, you're right. It's shite, but I just love the fact that Vane Rames has shotgun legs. I just
It's the one saving grace of that movie.
I know it is the one saving grace, but when I heard he was in it, like, wait a minute, he supposedly died, but I guess he just
He got
I guess
better.
he just ate his legs.
True.
And
So
now
does
he has
Jeffrey
shotgun
Dean
legs.
Morgan.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
yeah.
yeah. Even when he's so bad, he was a star in Game of Thrones, and then he gets killed off with his head chopped off.
He will die in every movie except for
Mhm.
Silent Hill.
Yeah,
Which is a weird choice.
Very weird choice that he lived in
Yeah.
that one.
hmm
Wasn't there one other one?
Silent Hill Revelations.
We don't talk about that one, Jen. We don't fucking talk about that.
It was just sort of going.
That's another one. It's like, why did they make a sequel to that?
Hey, let's get another Game of Thrones cast member in it. Kit Harington's popular for fuck's sake.
Let's fuck up the story of the best Silent Hill game while we're at it.
The worst thing as well, they pull a Texas 3D and turn fucking Pyramid Head into a good guy.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait a minute, isn't he supposed to be a bad guy?
Oh yeah, you know this like this symbolic figure that represents our main character, at least in the game's context, represents their immense hatreds towards women and male rage. Yeah, he's a hero now.
Yay! Rapists can be good guys.
Huzzah!
Oh yeah, he didn't get killed in Flight Plan.
I never saw Flight Plan.
Oh,
We need to.
it's a nice thriller.
Do we?
It wasn't bad. The one with Jodie Foster, right?
Yeah. Jodie Foster, her daughter gets
Alright.
disappears on a plane. You have to suspend your disbelief a little bit on that movie.
Oh my
but
God.
it's still,
Oh, she's in the bathroom. Credits roll.
yeah,
Flight
it's
Plan.
a shoes plane that she designed, and her and her daughter get on, and then all of a sudden her daughter disappears, so they all of a sudden have to try to find her. But it's a nice thriller though.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Mm-hmm. All right, Sean, what else you got for us?
I'd say out of all the Jaws ripoffs, probably the best one I would say is Orca, the killer whale.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
Good movie, man.
The best Jaws ripoff is the one that's set in winter.
Right?
yin and yang.
But I will agree, Orca is genuinely actually really good fucking movie.
Oh yes.
They killed it.
Yes.
Oh
They
no.
killed the poor little critter.
Killed the
I mean,
You know,
would you rather watch Grizzly again?
Does Marty get to make another cameo?
No, it's just Grizzly. It's not even Grizzly 2, it's just Grizzly 1.
Oof.
Marty
Grizzly
doesn't
one's
get to
pretty
make
fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
Sure it
Mhm.
They
is.
blow it up with a bazooka.
They do blow it up with a bazooka, that is true.
What was the bear movie that had the sleeping bag scene where the bear
That's
like beats?
Prophecy.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's
a good one
Prophecy,
too.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a mutant bear.
Yes.
Not
That
the-
bear's
the other
gnarly.
Prophecy.
Yeah.
Christopher Walken Prophecy versus Bear Prophecy would be a very good crossover, though.
Yeah.
Speaking of crossovers, Monty Triv. You know what? I've got an idea after we get off the thing. I want to talk to you guys. I got an idea about something.
Dear God, okay.
Yeah.
Let's do the
Okay.
thing.
Menage
Oh,
a
yeah,
trois?
shit.
Hmm?
Are you suggesting a menage a trois?
No, this isn't anything sexual for once.
That's a
I mean,
rarity.
there's 6 of us here, and I don't know how many are wearing shoes, but 5 people without shoes together is technically an orgy.
Ooh,
Mhm.
2 ideas when we get off.
I don't have feet, so I don't have shoes on.
Ah, fair enough.
Ooh.
All right, don't give her any ideas, Trip.
I don't need to.
Yeah, you don't need to.
Yeah.
Hey Velvet, you could always the way that orcas are starting to attack yachts now. You could remake Orca with that.
I would be down.
Yeah,
Let's go for it.
woohoo! I got a mechanical orca in my back 40, so we can go do that.
Sweet.
Whee!
Nice.
Let's fundraise this bitch.
Gonna ride one. Whee!
Girl in the Hobbit. I mean, sure, okay. Fair.
Jen, when they meant Free Willy, they didn't mean what you think they meant, okay? That's all I'm trying to fucking say.
That's what I'm gonna say when I unzip your pants.
Jesus Christ.
It's going to be a VHS copy of Free Willy 2.
Jackson song where the rain is.
We don't talk about that. Anyway, Marty, shark movies.
I haven't said my shark movie.
Oh, you haven't said your shark movie?
You haven't said your shark movie.
Shark the movie.
How about 47 meters down, guys? Shuri will come to the
Ooh.
defense from the second one as well. Like, the second one isn't as good as the first one, but I think both of those movies are fun. Where we fall off the rails is that goddamn fall.
Yes,
Because it's basically the same
it is the
thing.
same thing. It's some of the same movies. But no, the first 47 I'll cop for. Uncaged, not so much. But the first one I'll cop for.
I like 47 meters down 1 and 2.
Monty's had enough of talking 47 meters down. Or he won't tolerate this fall slander. One of the two.
Feel about 47 meters down. Like, I like it.
It's a good movie.
Wayne came up with a new name for our show.
Monty
Monty
G,
G's
Adult
Adult Entertainment
Entertainment
Hour.
Hour.
69 meters down. God damn it. God damn it,
Um,
Wayne.
So, speaking of shark movies, I have a deep dark secret. One of my favorite shark movies is a sequel to, well, the fourth entry. I love Jaws 4. Okay,
Of
I'm going to
course you
admit
love
it.
Jaws
What?
4.
I love
What?
Jaws 4.
God.
Michael Caine is brilliant in it.
He is
The
great in
fucking
it.
shark roars.
This is true.
Mario Van Peebles is brilliant.
Oh my
It's
god.
so fucking stupid. And you know what makes it even better? The novelization. Because it turns out the shark has been controlled by a voodoo priest. If you get a chance, find the Jaws novelization.
Is that what
voodoo
makes the
priest-
shark roar?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's amazing. It's amazing. And again, I like the story fucking I like the story Michael Caine tells. He's like, "Oh, I starred in Jaws 4, but I was it was awful, but I only had to work 2 weeks and I got a free holiday and I got to buy my mom a lovely mansion." And they were like, "But have you not seen Jaws 4?" "No, it's fucking rubbish. I seen the mansion I bought my mother. That's wonderful." I just love that.
Oh, Michael
story.
Caine.
I love that story.
Such a treasure.
That is
Mm.
good.
Yeah. One of my favorite shark horror movies is Bait.
Yeah.
Damn it!
Not bait! Not fucking bait! I fucking hate that movie! God damn it! I
Are you okay?
fucking hate that
This is true. She, for some reason,
Disney movie!
for some
God!
reason, that was like the first rant she ever did. This fucking our first Shark Week was Bait. He hated Bait.
But do you enjoy the sequel, Masturbate?
Yes! I mean, I think it's better when I help people masturbate, particularly if they're from
Triv,
Ireland.
put down the can of kerosene and step away from the bonfire. Okay.
But it
Hey, I
But
didn't
big
start
fire,
the
too.
fire. It was always burning.
burning. Anyway,
Oh man.
Yeah, why you people love me? Everyone
It's a
tells
fun
me, fuck
premise.
you all! It sucks! I'm gonna say it!
If you really
Fuck
want
you.
to, I mean, you know.
I hate
it's fun and creative.
No! It's stupid! I said it!
Yes,
I've had
It's a movie about sharks in a shopping center. Of course it's stupid, but it's fun.
See, I'm not sure that I'm understanding. Does Jen not like this movie? I'm not sure. I'm quite
I
getting.
don't. Yeah, I can't. It's hard to tell sometimes.
Yeah,
Yeah. I think she hates this as much as she hates Night Swim.
fuck!
What if there's a crossover where the sharks enter the pool? They get through the cistern in the fucking
Ooh.
department store and
There we
enter the
go.
night swim pool and get the powers
There we go.
from the pool.
Fuck you, Marty!
Pool.
Fuck you!
The pool powers.
I think that
Fuck
you
you
already
all.
want to, you know.
Not
That's
in
also
that
true.
good way!
That's
Just
also true,
fuck
babe.
you all! I'm turning my way from all of you! I can't! Sean's with me, right? We hate Faye! We're gonna be
I haven't
we hate
seen it actually.
I haven't
hate
seen
it,
it
John.
either. I just like to.
I'm
to
sure
poke
I
the bear.
hate it.
Yeah.
It's a good flick. And yeah, it's an Australian classic.
Yeah. It's a nice Australian film. You got Julian McMahon in it, and you got Shawnee Vision in it.
No, I can't. Yeah, I can't.
Sharks in a shopping in a store. It's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you? You've been awful quiet in this shark world.
Dick?
The erection movie?
No, the movie where they took a dildo and carved it into a shark face, and it does. Don't worry about it. Anyway, ghost sharks, like a kind of is my personal favorite of like terrible shark movies. For an actual good one, though, as Wayne mentioned earlier, my go-to is probably The Reef. I think it's just a really good suspenseful Aussie horror film following a cruise ship getting stuck on fucking rocks and dealing with sharks. It's a good, really solid example of what the shark genre can be. I'm a bad person for this because even though, granted, we didn't do it this year, but even though we do Shark Week pretty much every year, there's a reason why we do animal attack and creature features for that instead of actual shark movies. Because God, the shark genre is really fucking boring to talk about for me. I get burnt out real easily on them, so
It's fair.
yeah. Bait was going to be my original one before somebody stole it from me.
Wait a minute, guys. Wait a minute. Artie, they haven't talked about the greatest shark movie of all yet.
Congo.
Congo.
Congo is the
Congo.
best
Congo.
shark movie.
Santa?
I
House
thought that
shark?
was monkey. I thought that was gorillas.
Nobody tell him.
Oh,
House Shark's good. House Shark's genuinely a good, stupid shark movie that surprises you with how much effort they put into that one.
no, actually, no. I think I don't know if you guys saw Under Parish yet.
Nope.
I want
I
to,
gotta
though.
check it out.
I
I'm
don't.
hearing good things.
Same.
I'm not saying nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I'll
feel
just,
like I got real quiet with long legs, Monty. Is that why you're not saying anything? Same reason?
I'll just say this: just like it's impossible for sharks to roar, there's something about the Under Paris that's unbelievable when it comes to shark.
Climb
Shark.
I
ladders.
mean, he can't make his way through the catacombs?
Does the Eiffel Tower roar?
Ooh.
I hope so.
Damn it, Pierre! The sharks have learned to open doors. Oh.
That does raise an interesting question. Do they speak with a French accent?
Yes.
Or
Yeah.
are they tourists?
What?
Do they hate Americans? Do they love Jerry Lee Lewis?
Do they eat croissants with their
Good
thin
question.
pinky in the air?
So many questions that the movie will probably sadly never answer, I feel.
True.
Yes.
We need to make a
Why does
follow
Pinky
up.
make me think of penis?
Paris, penis, not that different.
I mean, I guess you could use it for the same purpose, huh? Just a little different.
But it's
Marty, that is such a great look.
Well, there is the
Ben?
classic called Dick Shark for that.
Yes, that's what Dick Shark's for. Exactly.
I mean, Shark Exorcist tried to fuck everybody, but that's a little different.
That's because the fucking director is a deviant.
Yes, he
He's a
is. I
fucking
will. No,
deviant.
believe me, I am well aware. I had to watch that movie with headphones on, and oh boy, the amount of heavy breathing was a little more than I was comfortable with.
Yeah. And for the fans of your tentacle hentai, that's what we have Sharktopus for.
Oh.
Mhm.
R.I.P. Roger Corman.
Oh, real quick, this is really random, but I have to bring it up because it's so stupid. And it's
Fuck yeah.
unintentionally funny, but on Cocaine Shark, there's a creature called a crab shark, and it is the dumbest looking thing. It's like, you couldn't come up with a better name than crab shark. What the hell? Okay, tangent over. Back to penis and pinky.
Crab shark. Taste like crab. Look like shark.
Oh man. Yeah, I saw that there's a Bigfoot Exorcist movie that's out
Yes.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's on the to watch list as the name
No.
as the local Bigfoot movie expert here. Yeah, I'll get around to it.
now. Yep. I like,
That's
oh,
you're doing
oh.
solo.
Of course. You left me hanging for the
Checking
entire
out on
fucking
that one,
lock. You left me hanging for the entire lockdown, just sit alone watching Bigfoot movies. So of course I'm gonna do it alone.
I
Fuck it.
can't, dude. I can't.
1 year, Shark Week is becoming Bigfoot Week. I'm fucking swear to God this is going to happen 1 year, and you have no say over it.
Yep.
And we're all doing a giant sing along to Boggy Creek.
Only with Joe Bob.
Yeah,
Oh, you
there-
absolutely have to do DB Cooper versus Bigfoot because that thing is such a piece of
Oh
shit.
my god,
Fuck yeah.
that is so that that
I knew Marty was
movie,
because I know Marty loves that one.
that movie is very not subtle, kind of
No.
softcore gay
No,
porn.
most David Dakota is not subtle.
No, it's a David Dakota movie for fuck's sake.
It's like
I don't think
It's
subtle
like
is in his dictionary.
Our Lord and Savior.
David
Amen.
Dakota went to a male strip club and found 5 of the most mundane looking motherfuckers of all. One who seemed to be suffering from jaundice. To come back to his mansion and film a movie. And they were probably we don't gotta suck dick. Cool, let's fucking come back.
Marty,
guys.
you've literally just described every single David Dakota movie, including his family
I
talk.
thought you were going to say
include-
David Duchovny.
I did accidentally say David Duchovny originally, but I saved myself. Thank you for pointing it out. But that you just described every single David Dakota movie, even his talking animal family films.
With Kevin
Mhm.
Spacey.
No.
Velvet, fun fact about that. The guy who plays DB Cooper is also the guy who voices the main character in the Dead Rising video games.
Isn't that
Yes,
Eric
it is.
Roberts?
He's Frank
Yep.
West.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then oh god, someone else has a quote cameo. Is it
Deanna
Linnea
Quigley, her hand.
Linnea
Deanna
Quigley.
Quigley's
Linnea
hand
Quigley.
makes a cameo.
Yep.
Linnea
Hell of a
Quigley
cameo.
and David Dakota are best friends, and she cameos in most of his movies.
That's awesome.
Yep.
And Eric
Also,
Roberts is just out for a paycheck.
Yes, he is, as
Yeah.
Eric Roberts always is.
Oh, yeah.
Also, one year we're doing David Dakota week. You also have no say about that.
Dude,
I'll
I'll
have to
totally
get
come on
Marty
for that
to
if
do
you want.
something.
If you're looking for people.
Fuck
Yes!
Fuck yeah.
Yes!
And
Fuck
just
yeah.
let me know the when and the how, and I am there with bells.
Our
Or with
Lord and
Bigfoot
Savior
hat.
David Dakota must be respected one day.
Until we get off the stream, you're gonna hate my idea.
It's not doing an entire hangout stream talking about how awesome David Dakota is it?
No.
Damn it.
Who's to
Bigfoot?
say that you can't do that though?
This is true. Everyone wanting to do a David Dakota hangout stream, raise your hands.
I can't.
That's all of us.
Wait, Marty, you
Yay!
fucking shoot
We're
it!
outvoted.
My hand is up. I just.
I
Yeah.
gotta see how deep this fucking weird
Oh.
softcore gay
Oh,
porn
Marty,
will go.
Marty,
Honey.
you gotta see 1313 Cougar Cult, 1313 Bigfoot Island, a talking cat, a Halloween puppy. The David Duchovny cinematic universe goes very deep.
I
It's
did-
deeper
I-
than
I
most
did-
assholes.
I did see their review of it in Red Letter Media, and it showed the inside sleeve of the DVD, and it just shows all the fucking weird topless men movies that he has
Yep.
made.
Yep.
No,
Fascinating.
David Dakota is a fascinating man that I genuinely love talking about.
And on the Red Letter review, they actually drop off that movie at I think it was a male strip club or a gay bar.
Yeah. Rich comes out
Yeah.
all sweaty.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen any of his movies.
Have you seen Ginger Dead Man 2 or 3?
Yeah,
I only saw the first one.
Damn it.
you're not missing much.
You know,
Have
number
you
2
ever
is
seen-
actually redeemable. I like it better than the first.
I like
honestly.
I like the first two better than I like the 2 and 3 better than the first one,
Does
honestly. Yeah.
Boosie voice him in the sequels?
Nope.
Just in the one.
Random
Oh, okay.
random individual. I don't even know who it is in the 2 and 3.
Some random guy, and then I think in the third one it's actually David Dakota.
But you know
Yeah.
what sucks about that is like you would think as you go along, the animation of the Ginger Dead Man face would get better. It gets
It
so
gets
much
infinitely
worse.
So
Oh.
much worse.
And you know what sucks is the fact that Evie, like the Evil Bong series, like they start worse than anything done with Ginger Dead. And this is such a tangent. I apologize.
No, you're right though.
Oh dear God. Like I don't know how I'm gonna make it to 8. I need to get through them, and I don't know.
I can't watch that stuff.
You need a
Oh,
fucking
I
bong
draw
of
the
your
line
own
there.
trip if you're gonna fucking go through them.
Oh man. Oof.
Actually, no, I did see one in Creepazoids.
Oh yeah, he did Creepazoids too. He did a
Yeah.
bunch of random full moon movies in the 90s and early 2000s.
Yeah,
It was
because
one of their
I
go-to
remember the cover. I said, yeah, I did see one of his films.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right, Sean, you got any other movies left?
Well, we probably should mention Jaws. I mean,
At
some point-
That underrated
Great
classic.
shark
No one
movie
cares
ever
about
made.
it.
I've never heard of it.
What? How did that get
Probably
mentioned
give a
before
little
Jaws
nod.
3D?
Exactly. And that's all we have to say about Jaws. Moving on.
What more can you say? It's like,
Close the beaches.
Yeah, it still amazes me when my mother took my brother and I to go see Jaws when it first came out in the theaters, and just like it was crowded when The Exorcist first came out, the same thing with Jaws. It was crowded, when went to go see Jaws, and we were standing in the part of the theater. I think it was the Sam Merrick Theater when we went to go see it when that was open, and we're standing in part of the auditorium because they were towards the end of the film, so we're not letting anybody in until the movie was over. So we can hear stuff happening, but we can't see what's happening. So we can hear, I can hear Roy Schneider's talking about "Smile, you son of a man," and the shark explodes. The shark explodes, but we don't know what's happening in the film. So yeah, very, very, very interesting experience watching that in the theater.
I would imagine.
Hmm.
one of my coworkers said something to me today. We were talking about it a little bit, and I was like, "What? What the hell are you talking?" She said it was cheesy. That it looked cheesy. I'm like, "What? You're killing me." I still think it holds up great. What are you talking about?
Do we need to go over there with a bat and like teach her what
Yeah,
for?
I think so. Yeah,
I'm game.
Goddamn.
I think the best thing about it is it doesn't show the shark much, because if it did, they might be in trouble with
Oh
having
yeah,
the problems with the
For sure.
mechanical shark, And
Yeah, I
certain
think that's the
scenes
best.
they use real shark too, and those are some of them what's effective too. Like I love that scene when he's on the water in the cage and the shark is coming at him. That's scary, man.
The thing I love about Jaws is Robert Shaw's character, Quint.
Mhm.
So much so I actually had to buy myself a
Nice.
fucking Quint action figure. I just love how much of a fucking salty sea dog he is, and
He's
Wow.
awesome.
yeah, just the here's the swimming with bow-legged women and shit like that. It's like Jesus Christ, but the standout is the Indianapolis story
Oh,
because again, it's just Shaw's voice, no images, no flashback, just his voice, and you're like, fuck. And it's great storytelling, and you also realize, yeah, I can understand why this guy fucking hates sharks. And it's cool. It gives a background to why he's so adamant about killing the shark.
Right.
hmm
I thought Richard Dreyfuss was funny too, and he's trying to be cool like him because he's
With the
crushing
paper
beer.
cup.
He crushes the beer can. He crushes a little cup of coffee or whatever.
Sean, do you remember when
Like,
he
I could
first
never be
arrives on
cool as this guy.
Remember when he arrives on Amity and fucking Brody's telling him, can you tell those guys to get out of the boat? And he's like, gentlemen, the sheriff says you got to get out of the boat. He's like, oh, fuck you. And he's like, you're all going to die. And he just walks out.
Yeah. Yeah, I wonder why they decided to change some aspects of his character as opposed to how it was in the novel.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, doesn't he cheat?
Yes.
Yes, he does.
He sleeps with Brody's wife.
Yeah, he sleeps with Brody's wife. Yes, yeah. I guess for some reason, I guess Silver did not want to have that aspect in the movie. He just wanted to keep it as a horror thriller.
Yeah.
That's the cool thing about it as well, Monty. Like near the end, it's just a pulp adventure. It's
Mhm.
just guys against nature. It's kind of like Moby Dick, or kind of very old school kind of guys just going out after a monster, and that's I think at essence why it works. It's not over convoluted or over complicated. It's just about a bunch of guys having to kill a monster.
Nice.
I just want to strangle the mayor, like, because he won't do shit about it, Like, what does he have to do to get you to do something, Jesus Christ, everybody has to
Close
die.
the fucking beaches, you nut jockey.
But we need the money. This is our only source of income for the summer.
This is bad.
Not if
Bad
everyone's
publicity.
fucking eating.
You got all these bodies floating around here. I don't think no one's going to go swimming.
The mob will come along and give them all a pair of concrete shoes. That'll be fine. Don't worry.
It'll be great.
Absolutely. I don't see an issue.
You know that the author of the novel felt incredibly bad later on
Yep.
because it demonized sharks and the hunting of great whites increased. So he became became involved in conservation. He wrote books on sharks, particularly great whites, and how they weren't actually vicious creatures, which I liked as well about that.
Yeah, because that's what made people get scared about great white sharks after that movie came out, and everyone hated great white sharks. They started killing them. So they say, wait a minute, they are what they are, and actually they all actually don't attack humans. They just see something in the water and they hey, look, I'm gonna bite
Lunch.
it.
Yeah, I think a lot of like a lot of larger sharks and orcas, they see a human in a wetsuit and they're like, oh, it's a seal.
Yeah.
So it's like, so
You got to give a lot of credit to Spielberg. He created the summer blockbuster.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. It was a summer blockbuster. Yes. All right, Trip, you got anything else for us?
Nothing else in that category.
All right, what you got next?
I have Vacation Gone Wrong, and I went with Wicker Man.
Oh, good one.
Wow.
I'm
You
assuming
mean
you're talking
the
about
original, right?
the original one, right? The one with Christopher Lee.
Sure, we'll go with that.
not the bees, Viv. Not the bees, okay?
Yes.
Exactly, and the fact that it didn't actually end up in the final version of the movie is so sad to me.
It's tragic.
It is.
Mhm.
It totally is. But no,
At least we
absolutely,
still-
it's. Go
At
ahead.
least we still got Nicolas Cage punching an old woman in the face with in a bear
Oh
costume.
yeah. I mean, has anything better been done in a bear costume since then?
No, nothing.
Fuck you all, Midsummer.
I would still agree that the Wicker Man did better.
See, I would agree with that. I enjoyed Midsummer, but it's not my cup of tea as much as
As
Wicker
Nicolas
Man.
Cage's Wicker Man, yeah.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
love
But yeah, the
Yeah,
original, the fact that they put it out there up front, not as a documentary, but like as almost as if it was real. I love
Mhm.
that part of it. I think that's so cool, and it's something so different from what I had seen because going into it, I hadn't seen a lot of 70s stuff, and the music is just such a weird combination with what's going on screen. I love it.
Uh-huh. No, I love that. That's something that people always forget about the original Wicker Man. It's kind of a musical.
Yeah, it is.
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
And then the other Vacation Gone Wrong movie I have is Tucker and Dale versus Evil. I just
Yeah.
oh my god! And again, it's kind of been my go-to tonight, but like that horror comedy aspect where it draws from so much stuff, but it does its own thing. And my god, there are very few wood chipper kills. That one is just I love it so much. It's my favorite wood chipper kill.
Yeah.
Such
You know
a
what
good-
this is? It's a mass suicide. Oh my God, you're right.
I love the alternate version of that scene. It doesn't fit for the movie because it's too mean spirited, but I just love the line of "God damn college kids! Don't you know you're supposed to kill yourself when you work at a 9 to 5?"
And
The
the
fucking
fact that they-
sheriff hitting the beam into the head.
Oh
Oh, he's
my
okay.
God.
He's going to walk it off. Walk it off.
And just the way it ends, it's such a callback to so many other slashers of that
Mhm.
genre, but it just does it in such a
So good.
unique way. Oh my god. And the fact that they have said multiple times that they're not going to do a sequel unless it's a good story.
Yeah,
I
I like that. I
appreciate
respect
the
that.
shit out of that.
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah, because it's not easy doing a horror comedy and actually doing good the first time.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that they decided that it's got to be a good story if they want to do a sequel, which I'm glad.
Absolutely. I mean, the original one needs more love. It doesn't need a sequel. It
Yeah, it
just
does.
needs to be seen by more people.
Yep.
Yeah, I
Absolutely.
agree.
Agree.
So anyway,
No,
That's all I got.
All right, Jen Velvet.
Well, vacation gone wrong. There are so many movies where we're gonna, go to a fun place and all fuckery lets loose. But I have a few, and one of them that I really want to talk about, and I apologize to you in advance for this because you've heard this spiel I don't know how many times.
I'll go to the bathroom now.
But fucking Speak No Evil,
Nope,
which
not
is
so.
Ooh.
which is getting a American remake in September, and I don't know how I kind of do know how I feel about it, but I'm talking about the original. Oh my God, do you want to talk about a dark, bleak movie and about a vacation gone wrong? So, would any of you guys, you meet this couple on vacation and they seem cool, but you've never fucking met them, and then all randomly they're like, "Come to our summer house and be sure to bring your child." Would you actually go if you had only met them the one time? Would you go and want a vacation with these people? Honestly,
No.
yeah. The movie does sell it. The movie makes it where it's kind of believable, but that is one thing that some people have a problem with it. But this movie is so good, guys, and the reason why, like, I love the title "Speak No Evil" because
Oh yes,
there is
there's
a
definitely a reason why I can't speak no evil.
yes, and basically you find that the couple you're visiting are fucking psychopaths. And if I told you what this movie was about, like some of the most unnerving scenes, it would be talking about a car radio going slightly up, a couple being overly sexual out on a date, and these really creepy scenes. And the movie just keeps going up and up, and then at the end you're like, oh my fucking God, it gets brutal. And I do not say that lightly, guys. The movie is fucking brutal. And God, when you find out why it's called Speak No Evil, I love it. And it involves children. The creepiest scene in this movie is where the one couple has a little kid that doesn't talk, and you're like, what's up with that? And then when you find out why the kid doesn't talk, oh boy, I don't want to spoil it for anybody who hasn't seen it, but such a good fucking movie. I loved it.
I know that's the one thing why I don't like the trailer for the American version because unfortunately it gives that part away.
Yeah, and they didn't do it as good, like because they show that part and it just didn't hit the same level as the other one did.
Hmm.
Marty, you didn't care for it as much.
No,
Too
I
mean
found
spirited.
I found it a bit too mean spirited.
Yeah,
But like
yeah.
that's just me. I've a thing. I kill as many fucking adults or fucking snotty teenagers. Don't hurt kids or animals. That's my fucking thing.
I get that. It isn't for everybody.
Yeah, I understand that. Yeah, it's not for everyone. I enjoyed it because it's despite the little really have to suspend your belief to get the
Yeah,
movie going. The premise is kind of out there because I'm like this. As many people Kelly and I have met on our vacation on cruises, we're not going to go visit somebody just because you had a great time together one time. No, no, no. especially,
Seen enough
especially,
horror movies to know better.
and especially not somewhere in a place where I'd never been before. Oh, come on, come on, come on! You got the business. Yeah, thank you, thank you. No, no, no.
No.
it makes me wonder what they're going to do with the American version because it's commentary on that culture, and you wonder because it's completely different.
Because Americans are known so well for being polite.
Yeah, because the one thing that everyone has a problem with that movie is why didn't they just leave? And I wonder how they're going to handle that since it's an American setting this time. I am curious about that, but I don't think it's going to be handled as well. So, also Wolf Creek. Wolf Creek is another great vacation movie.
Oh,
gone
yes.
wrong. I
Fair,
fucking
yeah.
love Wolf Creek, guys.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
And part 2 is just as good. The pig hunting scene. I watched the pig hunting scene with the opening scene in the second movie.
Great
Oh
opener.
my,
One of the
oh
best
my
openers
God.
of the 2010s.
I love that. I love that. It's
Totally.
just so good. So, and then of course you've got Texas Chainsaw Massacre
That's
and
nice.
The Hills Have Eyes. Those are all great vacation movies gone wrong. And I'm sorry it took so much time. What about you?
And I'm also here. there's there's some really good ones that come to mind. Obviously, Chainsaw, Hills Have Eyes, and stuff. But what I'll bring up that like I feel like again people talked about a lot when it came up, but it seems like definitely been going to be the black sheep of this director's career. The being Jordan Peele's Us, I think that's a really
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even
think
think about that one.
I think Jordan Peele's Us is a really cool example of like classic family going on vacation and fucking freaky weird
Really?
shit happenings. I love this. I love this. The location we're set out of like this, where there's not a pier slash carnival fairground
The
setting.
beach.
Yeah, and a beach setting too. There's not enough of that kind of location in horror. It's a really unique one. Cast is all really good. Some really cool stuff, and it does have a really nice kind of summery, warm feel to it.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
does.
Mhm.
And good. I know
And some great use of music, but that's to be expected with Peel.
everyone talks about. I got 5 on it, but Good Vibrations. That scene is fucking awesome.
Alexa, call the police. Playing fuck the police. Best joke. One of the best jokes of Peele's entire filmography.
It's my
Yeah, no.
favorite Jordan Peele film. It's my
I
favorite.
know it is. It's
Yeah.
my least favorite, yet I still think it's fantastic.
Yeah.
All right, Marty, you got a vacation going, the summer vacation going to hell.
Yeah, and now this is basically the one I used a few years back. I would have picked one because I was a big fan of it, but I don't like the director anymore. As a result, I'm not going to be picking American Werewolf in London. Fucking
Fair.
John Landis has fucking sullied that
That's
for me.
a good one.
Ooh.
It is, but it's just I've heard stuff. The more I've done research into John Landis and his piece of
Ugh.
shit son, I'm not gonna like or fucking promote any of it. There is a 2013 Canadian movie that no one has seen, or not many people have seen, called The Afflicted, and
Oh
it is
yeah.
Ooh.
fucking badass. It's essentially like American Werewolf. These friends who are kind of bloggers and they have a travel blog at the end's Earth or Earth's End, and one of them suffers from sudden death syndrome. AVM is the proper technical term, which means his heart could give out at any time. So him and his buddy decide to track around Europe, and they go to a rave, and the friend with the sudden death syndrome, he starts chatting to this chick who takes pity. This absolutely gorgeous, absolutely fucking shockingly good looking chick, right?
Very attractive.
For the movie, babe, for the movie. Okay. But she dances with him. Turns out she takes pity on him, and she's a vampire. And she bites him, and little by little, he starts transforming into a vampire. And because the guys are vloggers or whatever the fuck, they record it, and it's pretty cool. Because at first, it's great. I have all these fucking superpowers, and then it's like, balls. I need fucking blood, and animal blood won't do. So he starts going around hunting down mafiosa guys, and it's really fucking cool. If you haven't seen it, it's a Canadian.
Oh yeah,
movie.
definitely see it. I got it on Blu-ray.
Yeah, Sean, have you seen it?
No, it sounds interesting though.
It's
like
it,
cool.
it's good.
If you liked the Lycus of Chronicle, it's pretty cool as well. Definitely worth checking out. Afflicted from 2013, Canadian horror,
Nice.
fantastic.
Yeah,
Nice.
those two guys, they were great in the particular in the film. You could tell they sunk their own money into making this found footage style horror film, and they did a great job. You can see the chemistry. You can see that they're great
Yeah.
friends in the film.
In real life, yeah.
And in real life, and you kind of feel sorry for him in the beginning, and then all of a sudden, after the event with the girl, and all of a sudden he realized he's got all these. First, he thinks it's great because he's got all these powers. There's this one funny scene where they're filming him, and he's running real fast, and he's running real fast, and the camera actually, I'm pretty sure they probably had him run regular style, but then they sped it up during that
Yeah.
particular part of the film. But it was still funny.
I like the part as well, Monty. They're in the swanky fucking they're in the swanky hotel room, and your man's testing out his strength, and he punches through with the fucking column in the room. They're like, "Oh shit, how are we gonna pay for this?"
Mhm,
But yeah, it's a great movie.
mhm. The movie, yeah, but yeah, the woman who bites him, yeah, it's a very attractive woman, yes. For me, when it comes to summer vacations going to hell, one thing no one didn't mention was Eden Lake.
Ooh.
yeah.
Good
Eden
movie.
Lake, yeah, it was a very, very good film. I felt sorry for the couple because they're out there, they're trying to celebrate this and I think their anniversary of this being together, and these bratty ass teenage brats, no, decide to bother them, and there's some real bratty ass kids, and I like Michael Fassbender. I thought he was good in the film. And I thought everyone, the whole cast did a great job right there. It's just that goddamn bratty ass brats. I thought Kelly Rowley, she was good, and the ending definitely was like didn't came out of nowhere.
Yeah,
Oh, bleak as fuck.
I
Oh yeah.
loved. Of course I did, right,
Of
Marty?
course you would, babe.
Shocker.
Okay. All right. Do we have anything else?
Yeah, I was gonna say Hostel.
Yes.
Definitely,
Hostel 2's better.
Why didn't
little
I think
Eli
of that?
Roth.
Hostel
Definitely a
2's
very
better.
Eli Roth movie.
And that's why
I
Hostel 2's
just like-
better.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Have I gotten that point across yet?
I just
I'm trying
like
to-
how
I'm trying to
it,
think,
it's
because
like
I
Cabin
think-
Fever in a way. I'm
Yeah, go ahead, Sean.
Monty.
Yeah, go ahead,
I
finish,
just
Sean.
like how it starts off as like a straight up like comedy in the vein of like a Euro trip or whatever, and you get caught up in it, and then they pull the rug out from under you, it gets real dark, like the one goofy guy that they hang out with, and they go to the party, and next time you see him, it's just his decapitated head.
Wee.
And it's just you could believe something like that could happen in real life. I'm sure it probably has.
I love the scene with fucking your man's going into the warehouse and he bumps. Velvet is a Takeshi Miike. He bumps into.
Yes.
Be careful
Yes,
in
it
there.
is.
You could spend all your money, and you're like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
How did he get him?
I believe Mike saw one of it was either through Tarantino or BK saw one of saw Cabin Fever, was like, I like this guy, I want to work with him, as Mike tends to do with people he likes.
Mm-hmm.
And it's interesting, they use these super hot girls to lure these guys in
Honey
that
trap.
they could never get in their lives.
Yep, Honey Trap. Yeah, Honey Trap. Yep. Yeah. When it comes to Hostel and Hostel Part 2, I think they're kind of even. Although I kind of did like Hostel 2 a little better.
Yeah, I
In
like how
past, we
they
prefer
flip it
Hostel
around,
too.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
mainly
What about
it's mainly.
3?
We don't talk about Hostel.
We don't
3.
talk about 3. Mainly because in Hostel Part 2, in one scene, the girl named Heather, who plays one of the girls, she's actually hanging upside down for a good 10 minutes.
It's
And
nasty.
this-
Yeah.
And in the scene, I have to give the actress credit for her having to be suspended that way for that long period of time. I don't know if they, because it looks like it was done in one take and one shot, based upon
It
how
was.
the fact that
Wow.
she had to hang down, hang upside down for that period of time. I got to give her credit.
Yeah.
Doing the Elizabeth Bathory thing.
Yep.
And of course, I like Lauren German anyway, also too. Not because she's cute, but she was good in the film.
Yeah.
And lesbians.
Sure. Also those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You love a good lesbian.
Yes.
Are you in lesbians with it?
God, dude.
Are you okay? I'm sorry.
I'm great. No, I'm great.
Perfect timing.
Perfect.
That was a
timing.
good one.
You know.
Mhm.
No, it's not because they have a makeout scene, just like with Jennifer's Body. Not because Megan Fox and Amanda Seyfried have a hot makeout scene.
Yeah, I
Doesn't
love that.
hurt.
Yeah, I love that super creepy dude on the train, like eating the salad with his hands. Oh, look at Edward's salad hands over here.
I gotta give two props as well because it's like, hey, do you remember our hero from the first one? Here's his fucking head in the middle of the
He's fucking dead.
Is that why you like it?
Fuck that guy. Honestly, that
We
is
made
one
it
thing
to
I
the
do like about
second
Hostel
one
2.
for a couple minutes.
Yeah, that's the
That's
only
one
thing I
thing I
didn't
like.
like about that one because I like the fact that he escaped and he got the revenge on the two hot girls and the dude, and then it's like they bring him back and I said, no, you killed him off. Damn.
I mean, I was sitting there going like, "Oh, good, the annoying asshole from the first movie's dead. Hooray!" I mean, oh no, so tragic. I really was invested in his character of. I'm sure he had a personality.
I
Couldn't tell you what
I
he did,
do
but
like that as well that fucking Laurie Germain cuts off the fucking what you think is like he's actually an okay guy and he's coerced into. No, he's a prick who hates his wife and wants to take out all the shit he wants to do to his wife on this girl. So everyone's like, oh, by the way, I'm rich. I'm cutting off this guy's dick and feeding it to one of those dogs.
Very Game of Thrones.
very much so. But yeah, no things I love about that movie.
I was like, ooh man, ooh.
What about 3, guys? What about 3?
About
Jen,
three.
I'll talk about Tree. It's
Aw.
shite.
There you go.
Rough
Thank
trade.
you, Marty.
There we go. We're done. Yeah, moving on.
Yeah. That's all that needs to be said. It should literally be the
Yeah,
tagline.
they just ran out of steam with the third one.
Yeah.
It's set in
To put it
Vegas
lightly.
or some shit, and some woman's fed fucking cockroaches or some fucking I don't fucking know. It's fucking donkey shite.
Yeah.
All right. Do we have anything else, guys?
Nothing I have.
Mhm. All right. So once again, a great stream, guys. We had some nice answers and some obviously some interesting concept. Oh, Marty, have you seen Long Legs yet?
No, I've been meaning to check it out. Although I won't be this weekend because I'm taking my niece and nephew to see Twisters because they're excited for that.
Fun.
A friend of mine just
Yay.
was messaging me about it. He said it was really good. The ending was kind of weird, like not bad, just kind of weird, but otherwise it was a really solid movie. And he's a
Yeah.
big Twister fan.
Oh.
I've heard
It's-
good things.
Essentially, they're too old for cartoons and they're too fucking young for other stuff. So
Perfect.
best.
Take him
fucking-
to Long Legs. They'll love it.
I was thinking he should take him
I
to
mean-
Maxine.
Also, that they would also love that too, probably.
I can send you my copy of High Tension.
All right, so I want to thank everyone here. As always, when I do host it, I like to see what everyone's going up on their channel. So, Sean, what's coming up on the horror corner?
Well, I got the Morbid Hour coming up later this month, and we're giving our top 10 horror movies of all time.
Ooh,
Big
nice.
one.
Nice.
All right, Trip, what's going on Trivia Theater?
I'm starting Riffstravaganza after what seems like quite a long time. We're starting with Shake Hands with Danger. It's just basically PSA riffing with a bunch of different creators and friends of the channel. I'm hoping to have a bunch of you guys on if you're up for it. I will
Yes.
post it accordingly. But that starts up here shortly, and it's going to kind of run through next March. And if people like it, it'll go on beyond that. So
Nice.
that should be quite a lot of fun.
Okay.
Very cool.
Marty, what's going on in the Trash Picture Show?
Okay, I have 2 videos coming up. One on a review of 1994's Road Rash for PlayStation.
Nice.
Okay game, fantastic fucking soundtrack. And the other video I'm going to be doing is basically a deep dive into the bizarre crossovers of Archie involving both the Punisher and Predator. So hopefully
And
you'll
what
check
about
them
the
out.
Sharknado one?
Wait, what?
There was an Archie Sharknado crossover comic
Fuck
too.
off. Okay, now I gotta look into another fucking
Have
10
fun,
minutes.
fucker.
Oh boy. All right, Jen Velvet, what's going on Jen Reviews of the Grave?
We just are. The video dropped a little bit before we went on. Our review of Long Legs is going up. I don't know if we're gonna have any subscribers by the time I check, but it is up if you guys are interested.
We had some spicy takes.
We did.
Oh,
we
yes.
I
did.
would expect nothing less.
Sounds like a must watch.
But no hate, guys, no hate. And if you haven't seen Longlegs and you're planning to see Longlegs, hold off on our review, because the best way you can go see Longlegs is going completely blind and with no expectations. That's the best way you're going to enjoy the film. Not to say that we did, but you
You guys
might.
might.
So.
But yeah, also did want to promote the stream we did last month with the lovely Anthropomanic Fiend and Dice Rolling talking about queer horror. Possibly might be doing something again with them later on in this month. They haven't fully worked out the details on that, but might be talking about the original Sleepaway Camp with the two of them.
Yeah.
Later on. So yeah, that'll be fun. And other than that, Tales from the Crypt's coming back hopefully soonish.
And we also have a couple videos in the stockpile, and we're working on other projects as well for future that you might see a little lack of videos, but it's not because we're not working, it's just something's coming up soon, so we're working on other projects. So
Okay.
yeah.
So, of course, on my channel, the Horror Miser Money G, you see reviews of obviously Long Legs. You see reviews of in a Violent Nature, and of course, 28 Days Day One. I mean, not 28 Days. I get confused. A Quiet Place Day One. So, and of course, Maxine. All those reviews are up on my channel.
Very cool.
Fuck yeah.
Okay.
Excellent.
All right, guys. Thank you very much. Thank all the people that came into the channel. And of course, as always, my name is Lamont Smith, better known as the Horror Miser Money G. And always remember that horror rules. And of course, it's coming up closely. I will be at the Monster Con in Cherry Hill in about 2 weeks. It'll be my first horror convention. I will be there.
Hey,
All right.
very
Nice.
Try and get some video, man.
All right. I'll try my best. All right, everyone. Please stay safe out there.
Penis is rule
Cheers.
too. Horror
John
penis
Wayne,
is rule.